Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you all. I hope you all had an amazing holiday time, and today, of course, is going to be the new year, 2020. It is crazy to think. Crazy to think. I mean, back when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, I couldn't have even imagined a year such as 2020. And here we are, only a few hours away, at least here in Finland. So today, guys, I obviously didn't do any stream last week because it was the Christmas time and had all the family stuff going on, but we're back here, back in the swing of things here today in Wurm Online. And is there anyone here who has never seen Wurm or doesn't know anything about Wurm Online and would like to know more? Please let me know before we depart, and I can just show you around a little bit. We're here on my island on the server of Xanadu, and you can see I have a whole bunch of horses here. I breed horses and sell them, actually, and I think we've had some foals born. Yeah, there's a foal right over there, actually. So we've had some foals born in the past few days, and but what we're going to do now, of course, it's Tuesday, so that means it is Wurm Roulette Day. Hello, Eloquent. Nice to see you. How are your holidays? So yeah, Wurm Roulette time, and for those who don't know what the hell is Wurm Roulette, it is a thing where I've been playing this game for 6 years, and the world is so gigantic that there are a lot of places I've never visited, and so I decided a few months ago to start this project where I choose a random location. By pressing this button, we'll get a marker, and these are all the PvE servers of Wurm Online. And the blue dots signify the places we visited over the past months. Every Tuesday we would go to a spot, and so these are done, they're explored, I've been to them now. And yeah, all of the other blue areas you see here represent places I had explored before I started this Wurm Roulette project, and this pink thing means that I live right there on this island, so I own that entire island. Oh, it's already 2020, Eloquent. Of course, you're in Australia, right? And yes, thank you. The same to you, Eloquent. And hello, Dude Jensen. Happy New Year to you as well. And yeah, so anyhow, so those represent the places I had explored before. And I have a feeling here that my volumes are a little bit off. Let me just check here. Spotify may be a little bit on the loud side. I can hardly hear anything of Wurm right now. Let me just raise the volumes of Wurm a little bit. Let me see. And also I have something to show you guys in a second. But anyhow, so yeah, every Tuesday we pick a new location, and you know, as time goes by, this will start to fill up with more and more of these blue areas that have already been explored. So, you know, we're about halfway there. Well, not halfway, maybe 40%. But yeah, we will choose a new location today. But before we do that, I want to show you guys, give you guys a little sneak peek on something I've been working on. So here we are in Wurm Unlimited, which is the standalone version where you can set up your own server or go and play on other players' servers. And as you guys know, I have been playing Red Dead Redemption lately quite a bit. Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC, been playing that quite a bit, and I became inspired. This is a project I'm working on for like a upcoming Wurm video, actually. And I became inspired by Red Dead Redemption. I was thinking to myself, how easy would it be to build like a western town? And I used the town of Valentine as a reference, as a inspiration, and I thought I would show you guys this. And I don't think Mr. Laggy is here now. Let me just see. Yeah, I think he's actually streaming Red Dead Redemption right now. But if he stops by, I do think he will. I'll have to show him this as well. So So Red Dead Redemption is, for those who don't know, it's a Western cowboy game by Rockstar, which is sort of like GTA, but like a cowboy themed, Wild West themed. So yeah, I tried making this Western town here in Wurm Unlimited, and let me just see. In Wurm Unlimited, when you have your own server, you can, you're in a god mode, and you can like adjust everything freely, and it's really easy to build stuff and like design stuff and test things out. Let's actually put this to nighttime. Maybe it's a little bit on the dark side. Maybe something like that. So yeah, I just thought I would show you guys very quickly this town that I've been working on, and it's going to come to one of my upcoming like Wurm videos. And the idea is that that horse actually should not be there. So something you can do in God mode in Wurm Unlimited is simply delete creatures. Easy as that. And yeah, if anyone has played Red Dead Redemption 2, you might recognize some of the areas here. I think this was the bank in Valentine, I'm not sure. And this was at least the inn over here. And the general store, I think, was right here. And then this was the tavern. Yeah, so I tried doing a little bit of a tavern here inside as well. I mean, obviously, it does not look as pretty as in Red Dead Redemption. I mean, that just goes without saying. But I think we got quite a nice, like, a little Western look here. And hello, Doom Arsenal. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, so I was working on this. And Du Jensen, of course, has played Red Dead Redemption. So you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's going to be kind of cool to get this, and then I can show you something else that I've been working on here. So in this upcoming video, it's going to be this long pathway, just showing a whole bunch of cool things that you can do in Wurm. And we're just going to go into this cave here, and I'm going to show you this sort of like underground city that I've been working on. And here we are. So some of you have already seen screenshots of this actually, but I thought I would show it to you. Let me just turn off that map as well, just so it's not distracting. So yeah, you know, a lot of times when people hear about Wurm Online, and then you Google, like if I were to Google like Wurm Online, like screenshots of that, let me just show you what you sort of get. Wurm Online, and people Google it, and then they see images of the game, and it kind of looks maybe a bit bland. Well, that's a pretty picture for sure, but maybe you see pictures like this, or maybe like this. It's maybe looking a little bit like bland. But then the thing is that and they're all kind of similar. You look at these screenshots, and there's something very, very similar about all of them. The colors, the textures, the sort of look and feel is a little bit kind of like a faded, desaturated thing. But the thing is that in Wurm, I mean, this is, it's totally possible to do something like this as well. So, you know, the imagination is the only limit of what you can do in this game. And this, of course, I have built in Wurm Unlimited in God mode, meaning that I'm the game master of my own server, so I can do anything here. But this is this thing would be totally feasible to do in Wurm Online just as a normal player, except for two exceptions. So the one exception is that you would not have a high enough skill, even at 100 carpentry skill, you would not have enough skill to actually build a house this large. So the way you could work around that is by making sections and then connecting them with bridges like this. So you can make little tiny archways and larger archways with bridges. So you could totally make like the houses in pieces. As for the colors, that's totally possible in Wurm Online. If you have high enough dyeing, like the high enough, I think it was natural substances for the dyes, I can't remember now. But the other exception is these braziers that are giving off the light. So in Wurm Online, you can dye you can like paint color sources, light sources such as lanterns and torches. However, you cannot paint braziers. So what I used here was braziers. I did that in God mode, but you could totally do that in Wurm Online if you had like a lamp of some sort, like these types of torches. You could just use those instead. I just chose to do with the braziers here. But yeah, otherwise, other than those two exceptions, this is something you could totally build in Wurm Online just as well. But and I'm still in the middle of actually building this. Well, the building itself is done, but I still need to decorate it with furniture and little bits and pieces that make it feel more lived in and alive. Right now it's just the building structure, but yeah, that's what I have been working on the side here. So yeah, if Mr. Laggy comes around at some point, we'll just fire up Wurm Unlimited again at that point and show him as well. So because he plays Red Dead also, so I think he'd be quite amused to see that stuff. So yeah, let's turn off Wurm Unlimited right now and get to the actual thing, which is choosing a location for where we're going to go and explore here in Wurm Online today. And so let's just open up that browser again and choose a location. So again, a recap: the blue areas we've already been to. The pink area is where we're going to leave from my island today, and I will just press this button and we'll choose a new location. And obviously if the marker ends up in the water or on any of the blue areas or on the very edge of one of these servers, then we're not going to bother. We'll choose another location then in that case. So 3, 2, 1, and pick destination. Okay, in the middle of the water. Actually, we traveled, you know what I need to do? I need to paint that because we traveled, I think we traveled through the bottom of this to get to that location. So I need to actually paint that in. We're not going to go there. That's just like a big sandy area. This area I have not been to. It is close to this one, but the way we got to this area was back when I had that stream, was we went through these lakes and there's a canal and we went around here. So I have not been to this area, and there seems to be some kind of beautiful lake there, some mountains around. So yeah, I'm curious to see that. So we're staying on Xanadu today. So let's go to this destination today then. And I will just mark that onto the little map here, and we will update that onto the stream as well. So we are going to Xanadu, or staying on Xanadu rather. That's the server we're on right now. And let's just save that. Okay. Good. And this time it updated. So, let me see. What's next? I think I have everything I need all ready for the journey. So we have a horse here, and we'll just go and grab one of my boats. And you know what I think, guys? I think one of my creature cages has actually decayed on me. So for those who don't know about Wurm, everything lives and dies in this world. The plants, the trees, the animals, and even the items, they will gradually start to, the items in the houses will gradually start to deteriorate over time. And so you have to repair them. And oh, there is the other creature cage over there. These seem to decay quite quickly. Let me just check which is the higher quality one. It is this one. It already has, so the damage goes from 0 to 100. At 100 damage it would decay away, and now it's at 11, so I think I will just repair it quickly. And the higher your repairing skill, the faster you will repair something. So you see the progress bar going here, and also the less. So when you repair something, you are actually lessening its quality. But the higher your repairing skill, the less damage, or shall we say quality deterioration you do. So this was before quality 48.3, now it's 46.1 after I repaired it. So, but then I can improve it over time. For those who don't know about Wurm, you can improve things all the way up to 100. So, yeah, we're gonna go on this boat today. We'll just, I need to load the horse into the creature cage, of course. Load creature, and we'll hop onto our boat, load that into the boat as well, and then raise the anchor. And then let's just have a look at this. So let's make a plan for which route we will go. I think we will go south to one of the smaller servers, cross over to one of the smaller ones. So this is the Xanadu is the largest server in the game, and it takes hours and hours and hours to actually sail around it. Even to get to this area, going from here to get up here, it's going to take many, many hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to sail over to one of the smaller servers, then travel upwards on the smaller server, then cross back into Xanadu, and that way we can get really quickly over to this area, so it's not just sailing all day long. So let's cross over. We'll plot the course to say Exodus. It doesn't matter really which one it is, and we'll start sailing south. So now we've just departed from my island, and if we look on this map over here, so we're here on Xanadu. And we're down here on this little island, and and so what we're going to do now is we're going to sail south directly south from my island and onto Exodus, and then sail on Exodus for a while, and then come back to Xanadu. And so what you can do in the game is you can plot a course. And actually the wind is pushing right against us, isn't it? Oh, and there's the sail furling thing, guys. I forgot about that. I have not tested that out yet. So it looks like the game automatically furled all the sails. I had not even touched those. Interesting. So that's like a new update they did to the game. So how do we open that actually? How do I unfurl my sail? Nar? What the heck? So does anyone know? Do Jensen, you would know. How in the heck do I unfurl my sail? Forward key. Oh. Okay, it went one phase. Do I have to press it again? Yes. Okay, there we go. Huh. Not the most intuitive thing, I don't think. I would have preferred actually that it would have been from the context menu. Like gnar and unfurl would have felt much more natural in regards to how Wurm works usually. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of how that happens. Hello, Michio. Hello. How was your holiday time? And welcome, Michio. Welcome. And do Jensen, it shows beneath my health bar. Oh, I see. See, it was hidden behind the inventory, so I didn't actually notice. Oh, thank you so much, Michio. Thanks for the cheer. And Happy New Year to you as well. So, what was I thinking about? I was thinking about, oh yes, these things. Okay, let me just try this again. So hold on. So can I just press this? Now this is unintuitive as well, because my first reaction from this is that I would want to press these, and I could control the furl amount from here. Oh, so I'm guessing this is saying that if I want to get it down again, I have to press backwards. Like so. Okay. I don't think this is so intuitive, guys. I don't. It's not. The usability of how this works is unfamiliar from how Wurm works in general. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to give some feedback. So at first you didn't like it either, Du Johnson, but now you've started to like it. I guess, of course, if I'm thinking about that situation where I need to park my boat, I guess in that situation I would be naturally putting the brakes on and then just to have the... But you know what? I was going to say, you know what, guys? Okay, here's my opinion. So I feel that instead of having to... So, okay, let's unfurl this completely. So what this is expecting me to do now is to press back once to get it unfurled, one stage. Oh, you have to press it for a while, do you? No, hold on. So press once, it goes down one... Or are you pressing it down for a longer time? Nothing's happening. What the heck? So you have to press it down for a while. So one tap is not going to do it. Oh, it is. Okay, I'm not sure why it didn't work a moment ago. So one tap to unfurl a little bit. Then one more tap. It seems a bit buggy. So one tap to unfurl one stage. A second tap to unfurl completely. And you know what I think would be much better? Because when you're in that situation where you're about to leave or when you're about to park, you are not tapping in that situation. You're actually pressing down. So if I'm trying to put on the brakes, I think the way it should work is as long as you're putting on the brakes, it will gradually start to... you could still have the tap functionality, that 1, 2, 3. However, I think that if you kept it pressed down continuously, it should understand that you still want to unfurl it some more. I'm not sure. There's an action timer, I see, Du Johnson. And Michio, you haven't tried it yet. Oh yeah, you started just recently playing Wurm for the second time, right? How are your adventures going, actually, in Wurm? And Michio, since you've just started playing Wurm, and since we're sailing here and we've got nothing better to do, let me just show you something. Michio, did you see the Wurm Unlimited stuff I was showing in the beginning of the stream? I would love to show you, because I know you would be interested as well, since you're playing the game now. Yeah, we'll see, Du Johnson, if I get used to it. It could be. Okay, Mishi, I'll fire up Wurm Unlimited for you. I want to show you what I've been working on there. Because I think it will be very inspiring for you to see what's possible in the game. So, and let me just turn off the God mode light, like so. So I was just telling people here in Michio before you arrived that, you know, a lot of times when people look at Wurm Online pictures, it's kind of bland and desaturated. And they all kind of look the same, but actually, this is something that you're able to do in the game just as well. So you can build underground cities, and of course, this could, this structure could be just as well above ground as well. But I think it's quite special. I don't know of any other MMO where you can actually build underground. And you can also, of course, paint the light sources. So I've given a sort of yellowish tint to the light sources in the game, and then some of these I've tinted blue. So I'm not sure if you knew that, since you're just starting out in Wurm. Now, I was just saying to people here that this is totally possible to do in Wurm Online as well. So I have done this in God mode in Wurm Unlimited, just to get it quickly done. But you could do this in Wurm Online as well. The only difference being, or two differences being, that you would not be able to build such a large building. You'd have to instead use trickery with the bridges and make connecting like little archways to connect smaller like buildings to one another. But you could get pretty much the identical look. The identical look, and also the other exception being that braziers cannot actually be dyed in or painted in Wurm Online, but you could just as well use the torches for that, or the lamps, these types of standing lamps. Now that was one thing I wanted to show you. We're just going to go through this tunnel here. And this is something else I've been working on. So you know, Michia, that I've been playing Red Dead Redemption. I decided to try and see if I can build like a western town with the construction stuff of Wurm. And let me just get, actually it's, yeah, I was gonna change the daytime here to nighttime, but actually the lanterns are off right now, so I'm just gonna walk around in daytime instead. But you know, just imagination is your only, what's the word? Imagination is the only limit, really, with what you can do in Wurm. So, yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. I thought you might find that interesting and sort of like inspiring to see that, hey, it doesn't have to look like everything else you see in the game. You have so many like options. So let me see now. So your adventures so far have been great. You found a little spot in Independence, which you have a small hut on. Nice. And you're building a boat to find somewhere else to live. Sounds like a very good plan. Very good plan. Yes. You don't want to start like making any permanent residence there in your hut, or make that a deed yet, because it's, you know what's absolutely going to happen? Once you go adventuring and sailing around the different servers, you are going to find a spot. I'm telling you right now, Michio, you are going to find a spot that you're just going to fall in love with, and and in that moment, if you would have deeded already the area that you had, you would have so regretted it, because you're going to find something amazing out there somewhere, and then that will be the place that you will settle down on. And Eloquent, it's your bedtime. Oh, Eloquent. Well, I hope you have a great start to your year, to the new year. And I wish you all the best as well. Thank you so much for stopping by, even though it's late for you. And I will talk to you later, Eloquent. So now we will just continue on our way. Hopefully we're going to soon meet the server border, cross that over, and then sail along yeah, let me just make a plan here. Let's make a plan. So we're going to go over to Exodus. I think it was charted for Exodus. Let me check. Plot course, Exodus, yes. So we're going to arrive. Actually, you know what would be even smarter to do? It might be even smarter to actually... Oh, this is what I should totally do. I was going to go over here, but that doesn't make any sense. So we'll be arriving to Exodus around this spot here. And we'll sail over to the western side, and then we'll plot our course for Xanadu, and then cross back over to Xanadu. And then we will arrive around here. And oh, we need to make a marker as well for our destination today. So just west of that little lake over here, I think it is. Yes, right there. Good. Oh, that's That's not very easy to see. Let's put a red one. There we go. Good. And once we arrive... Huh. There we go. Interesting. It's not really working so well. So once we arrive to this side of the server... thinking of where to park the boat. And I think since... I'm thinking what would be more scenic. Should we park the boat somewhere here? Or should we park the boat over here? I'm kind of interested actually. I mean, considering the fact that, you know, we're gonna be marking that whole area with a blue thingamajig afterwards anyhow. That means it will be an area that I'm not going to bother to go to anymore. I'm just thinking we might as well make the best of this journey. And I'm thinking almost that this might be a more scenic route with all these mountains here and with another lake over here. I'm almost feeling that that's where we should go. What's the direction of the wind right now? Weather. So, Michio, you can check the direction of the wind once you get your... Of course, you're making a rowing boat, I'm assuming right now. Or are you making some other kind of boat, like a sailing boat, perhaps? Hello, Sigrins. Nice to see you back. Welcome, welcome. And hello, Elmo. This is a MMO indeed. Yes, this is Wurm Online. And so, Elmo, I'm guessing you've never seen anything about Wurm before? I'd be delighted to explain more to you. Oh, you're making a sailboat, Michio. Cool. You know, my first boat was a sailboat as well. And I still have it. And it was like, that thought process was that, I might as well go for the second best boat. A rowboat is not good enough. But you'll actually find in the future that a rowboat is also handy to have. Because you know when a rowboat is really good to have, Michio? A rowboat is really good to have on those days where the wind is really, really, really strong and you need to make a round trip. And the reason is that even though sails, actually my sail is still not down, even though sails, and did I even have outer run on? I didn't have outer run on, guys, so no wonder it was taking so long. I forgot to turn that on after playing around with the sail. But yeah, so the rowboat is the only boat that is not affected by the wind. So it will sail equally back and forth at the same speed. So sometimes it's actually what do you mean I don't need outer run, do Jensen? You go faster at outer run. Unless you want to keep on pressing it down, and I can't be bothered to keep pressing it down. So if I turn outer run off, my speed is 17.22. Oh, hold on, what the hell? So it's the same. It used to be. So is that a change now with the new update? Because before you absolutely before you needed to press outer run if you didn't want to keep pressing down. You would go faster with outer run on before. Have they changed it? Oh, so they've changed it now. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Well, I think it's a good thing though. Well, I don't know if it's a good thing, actually. You know why I don't like that necessarily, do Jensen? Because sometimes you want to just slowly glide along the edge of an area when you're trying to look for something. And then what I did before was I would turn auto run off so it wouldn't go too fast. So the sails controls your speed. So it actually has an effect on the speed, does it? Okay, let me try this. So 17.22 kilometers an hour, and then I unfurl. Oh, now it went to 9, and now it went to 3.76. Aha, that's cool. So it actually does have an effect. Because I was trying to ask about that from Retro many times, whether it affects only the parking, like the visual, or does it actually affect sailing? And I guess when he sort of declined that when he said that it doesn't affect sailing, I think what he probably, because the way I posed my question was that will taking the sail, like will furling your sail actually make you sail faster? And probably the way he deciphered that was, will it make you go faster than before? Whereas what it actually does is it affects the speeds haven't changed at all, but instead you can then just lessen the speed if you like. Okay, we are now on Exodus, and here's something for you to know, Michio, is that when you cross over the sail border, don't get stunned if you get plonked into the water. It's this weird little bug that's always been in a worm. So just, to get the visual back, just disembark and embark again. You haven't actually disembarked, it's just a visual glitch. So we're now in Exodus, and we will sail over to the western, let's get our sails back down. We'll sail over to the western shoreline. Man, we're going slow. What is the direction? A gale is coming from the southwest. So it's like the worst possible direction right now. Was there this, people were talking about this zigzag motion, like if you were to, so if I go directly southwest, it's 8. If I turn it a little bit, it's 8 as well. Okay, so the zigzag motion is not going to really help me. Well, we're just going to have to go slow and easy. I mean, the other option, of course, would be, so let's just have a look at this. So we've just arrived here, and we need to get to this spot and then sail directly west. But the thing is that the wind is pushing right against us right now. Right against us. Now the other option, if we wanted the wind to carry us really fast, would be to sail east and then cross over the server a couple of times to get to Xanadu. But I'm almost thinking, gosh, I don't know which one to do now, guys. I mean, let me just see how much faster it is if I go in this direction. It is so much faster. I'm almost thinking that this is, yeah, look at that. 27 kilometers an hour. We're going to do this. We're going to sail over here, go all the way down, cross a server, and then cross back to Xanadu. That's what we'll do. So we're just going to do one extra server switch. I think that's the way to go. Because this is just so much faster this way. Okay. Yeah, I have to say, Du Johnson, to say something positive about the sailing, the thing I do like about it is that it's more realistic and immersive, isn't it? You have to actually pay attention to things like that when you're sailing, and I kind of like that. It's more work in a way, but you're also getting more control. So yeah, and also the fact, yeah, now that you don't have to worry about, oh shit, I forgot to put on auto run. You don't have to worry about that either. You just have to worry about making sure your sail is fully like down. So that's kind of cool in a way. I guess I'll get used to it. I'm still not quite sure about the usability issues about like whether or not that's the best way to do it, the best mechanism, but I'll think about it and see. We'll get a chance to test it out today. And indeed, hello, Madnath. You forgot it's Tuesday. Yes, we're back in the swing of things. I hope your holidays were great, Madnath. And you think that Wurm didn't need more random timers. You don't mind it, but you don't think people ever forget to auto-run, but the reverse is poo. Yeah. And Mishi, I meant to say that, yeah, you have no clue where you're going to end up yet, but that is the beauty of it. And you can't wait to explore more. Oh my gosh, Mishi, you are going to have just the best time scoping out an area. And Mishi, did you manage to, if I remember correctly, you needed tar for making a sailboat. Did you manage to find a tar tile anywhere? Madnath, I was just saying that. Because okay, let me tell you, Madnath, what was my first experience with this unfurling thing. So I just did it for the first time because I haven't tested it out yet. So my very first reaction was, oh, of course, the sail, I need to unfurl it. So my very first thing to do was to right-click the ship, go to NAR, and I was assuming I would find an unfurl option here, just like that's how Wurm usually works, right? But then when we realized that no, that's not the way to do it, Du Jensen was saying you have to press forward. So then I tried the forward motion, and then it okay. So let me just go back here. So this is how it was. This is how it was, of course, when we departed, right? So Du Jensen says press forward. So I press forward. And it goes down 1, and then I have to press forward a second time for it to go down. And the way I think it should work is that as long as you keep pressing down forward or backwards, it will unfurl the different stages, at a timer. Like, I think that's fair that there's a small timer to that motion, just so you don't do it like by mistake. But I would much prefer that if by continual press, it will do the stages ding, 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 ding. I hate the fact that I have to tap and then tap again. I don't think that's intuitive. I would because when you think about that situation where you're actually trying to, like, let's think about the situation where we're actually trying to park the boat, right? In that situation, you are putting on the brakes. You're putting on the brakes, like you're pressing it down, 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 down. You don't have time to think about the sail at that point, right? So the sail behavior should be complementing the maneuvers you're trying to do when you're trying to park your boat. I don't know. That's how I feel. And also about the UI thing. I totally agree. Like when I first saw this, when Du Jensen said that you can see it in your status bar, I was like, oh, okay. And then I started to try and click these, assuming that these would start to actually do the, that this would be a button and then I could unfurl directly all the way just by pressing. But no, it's just an indicator. And you found some tar in the end. Excellent, Michio. And you were just farming your land, growing lots of wemp, and you turned around and you were scared out of your skin by an aged seal. Oh, a seal sat on one of your fields. Oh, the seals are kind, Michio. No worries, unless you attack them, of course. But yeah, the seals, they squirm around quite a bit. And Michio, if you actually breed baby seals, they will look like the white ones. They will look like the white baby seals. I've never seen one live. But I have summoned them in Wurm Unlimited just to see what they look like. But I've never met one, you know, in the wild, like a baby seal before. And Madnath, you think that it's kind of halfway there as far as a future. We'll be able to click to select a stage. You just hope it's direct to the state you want. Oh, we will be able to. So they're going to change it so you're going to be able to click that. And I totally agree. You should be able to go directly, you know, think of it like a command that, okay, I want boat, I want you to go directly to this one. That would suck if we would have to do 1, 2, 3. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we're on the same page for sure. But yeah, I'm going to have to give some feedback about that for sure. So, for anyone who's just joined the stream in the past half hour or so, let's just do a recap of what we're up to today. We are doing our Tuesday Wurm Roulette. We have departed from my island and we're going to go and explore this area on Xanadu. But we're sailing right now on Exodus because, so we've just arrived on Exodus over here, and we're sailing in this direction due to the direction of the wind, because the wind is pushing right against us. So we're sailing over here. We'll sail over to another server. I should plot the course, by the way. Let's plot the course for Pristine, for instance, and we're gonna cross over to Pristine. From there we will plot our course back to Xanadu, and this will just give us a little bit of a leapfrog like system to get quickly over to eastern Xanadu, because the thing is that otherwise it would just take us hours. If we would have sailed along the southern shores of Xanadu, it would have taken us a very long time to actually get there. So although this seems a little bit fussy, it's going to save us a lot of time in the end. So Madnath, I haven't been following at all the feedback people have been giving about the sailing thing. But just out of curiosity, have you seen anyone's feedback about that? Have other people felt the same way that we do about that? I'm guessing people have been complaining about not being able to press those icons on the status bar, right? And you know, while we're sailing, I'm just gonna go we got a grocery delivery today, and every time I order groceries, I also order some ginger beer. So let me just go grab that quickly. I'll be right back. Yes, it's the best, isn't it, Michio? And can you believe that it was only a few years ago that I first discovered ginger beer. And I just fell in love. I fell in love. I want to try and make my own ginger beer one of these fine days. I have sort of looked up the recipes online, but it seems, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I could get the exact same flavor and sort of bubbliness or not, but maybe I'll try that one of these days. And Mr. Laggy, I can see you there. Hello, hello. Are you at the computer? 'Cause I want to show you something. And speaking of, talking of recipes, says Michio, you're blown away by the scale of recipes for cooking in this game. Oh my gosh, it is crazy, isn't it, Michio? And let me just say something before I continue on the cooking topic. So, for anyone who is new to Wurm or has never seen Wurm before, just something to know is that everything you see that we're seeing here on the shorelines, everything man-made in this game, they've all been done by players. So you can actually build bridges in this game. So players have, worked together to probably build this bridge, or it could be just one person, you never know. But that seems like quite an amazing entrance. There's probably like a canal inside. Let's just go see quickly, actually. I am guessing that is a canal that will lead us inwards to some lake or something in the land. And I just want to have a little gander because the entrance is so glorious and so fancy. And I have never seen this entrance before. I want to see what it looks like inside, and we'll just turn around quickly after that. Yeah, the cooking, Michio. So did you manage to actually, so, a lot of people, they like to discover the recipes on their own just by experimenting and trying out different combinations. But there's also, oh, is this actually locked? What does it say here? You see a steel door. It could be improved. What was that? Oh, switching to no sale. Huh, this is kind of annoying. This is kind of annoying, guys. So all I'm trying to do is maneuver, but then I get distracted by seeing that the sail is going up and down. Like, if I would be just looking ahead, and all I'm trying to do is just turn the boat, or like go forward, I would be, as a new player, I'd be very, very confused by seeing that, because I wouldn't be seeing the action up there, right? And I'd be seeing this progress bar, and I'd be wondering, what does that mean? I'm not sure if I'm a fan of how this works right now, to be honest. But yeah, that seems to be locked, even though we couldn't see any mention of it being locked in the description there. Interesting. And now I'm actually forgetting to unfurl the sail completely. Hold it. Where's my boat? What the heck? Guys, my boat has... My boat! I'm just going on the surface of the water now, guys. Like, visually. My boat is there. But I'm just going... I'm just sitting on the water right now. Oh, you can actually see the boat reflection. Interesting. You see that, guys? The boat reflection is there, but the boat itself is not visible. How interesting. I wonder if this has never happened before when I've tried to go into a mine entrance. I'm wondering if this is a bug related to the new sail unfurling thing. Interesting. So if I just... What happens if I... oh gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. This is bad. Now this is bad, guys. I cannot see my boat, so I can't right-click it to disembark. Oh, hold on. Disembark? This is too far away. What? Oh my gosh. What the heck? What the heck? Disembark? It's too far away. Okay, I'm gonna just restart this client. What the hell is that all about, guys? Hello, DeskJet. Welcome to the stream. What the hell is going on? So you had so you know about the spreadsheet. Okay, good, Michio. Okay, my boat is back. My goodness, that was crazy. Yeah, the thing is, like, when you're playing the game, you're not really looking up, right? So right now I'm actually... And that's interesting. So only upon the second time pressing forward... No, this is unintuitive, guys. I don't think a player would understand to press that again. I don't think so. That definitely has some usability issues. I think that needs a bit of better design, I think. Yeah. But yeah, Michio, absolutely discovering things on your own, 100 times much more fun. Absolutely. What I do with the spreadsheet is if there's a specific recipe that I want, so like that I want to see whether the game actually has, like for instance, I wanted like a set of, well, not even going to reveal, just to not take away the excitement for you, but there was a certain dish I was looking for, and I was wondering to myself, I wonder if you can make that in Wurm. And so then I did have a sneaky peek at the spreadsheet at that point. But otherwise, I do like to discover things on my own as well. Okay, we are now... Did I plot the course? I think I did. Let's just double check. Pristine. Good, good, good. So we're just going to keep sailing down along the eastern shorelines of Exodus. Oh, that happened before the update, DeskJet. Okay. Yeah, it's happened with my horses in that my horses will go like to the surface of the, like visually, to the surface of the mountain, but then they're kind of like actually there. Yeah, it's a weird bug for sure. Oh my gosh, Michio, yes, I did see that shark as well, yes. And the sharks will actually attack you as well. And Michio, once you get your boat and you start sailing, if you see sharks, be sure not to stop in the water because they're going to gobble you up and then you're going to be in deep trouble because if you die, obviously you have to choose a spawn point as like one of the cities or something like that, or one of the nearby deeds, but then how do you get back to your boat, right? So if you see sharks in the water, just keep on sailing and you'll be fine. There's another very impressive, huge bridge that somebody has built. And you can see some of the lighting color there, guys, that I was talking about. So you can paint the lights. Somebody's given a lilac kind of purplish color, and somebody's given some red light over to these ones. And have they placed the lights... How have they placed the lights, actually? Because these light sources on the top are just normal. Because you can't actually plant lights in the water. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that they planted the light here and then they pushed it down into the water for it to work. I'm just curious to see if that's how they did things. Now, in Wurm Unlimited in God mode, you can just do pretty much anything, so... that's not an issue there, but here in Wurm Online you would, I think that's what you would have to do. You would have to place a light on the bit of land, then push it down into the water to make it still work underwater. I want to see if that's what they've done. Oh, really, Michio? So you did find that drink that you were... Yeah, it's crazy, the list of stuff. It's crazy. I mean, I cannot think of any other game. Like, even cooking games, would those have, like, the amount of recipes that this game has? It's crazy. And you know what, Michio? That spreadsheet is just compiled by players who have discovered things. So that's just the stuff that's been discovered by players so far, and obviously not everyone has even, given information for that spreadsheet. So who knows how many other recipes are actually still yet to be revealed. It's nuts. So that list, from what I understand, is changing all the time. So let me just take a little dip into the water here and just see if I can see on the bottom of the tiles there any light sources. Oh, I'm actually out of stamina. I need to drink up and also eat up as well. I almost almost started to drown there. Let's just drink from here. And then eat up from... I have some food in my barrel here. And then let's get our stamina back. Okay. Now. Oh, what the hell is that? It restarted. Weird. Okay, anyhow, that's much better. Am I seeing any light sources here on the ground? Or how did they get that red reflection underneath? I'm not really seeing anything. Unless one of the lamps on top of the bridge. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in the water. I'm not sure. It must be one of the lamp sources then on top of the bridge that's just reflecting through. Huh. And Michio, hello Chapney! Yes, I just about drowned there. Thank you for the warning, although I didn't notice it in time. Yeah, DeskJet was saying the same. Yeah, exactly. That's you know what, guys, I think it's quite strange that it takes your stamina from sailing. I think it should be that you're when you're actually sitting on your boat, because you're not actually doing anything really. You're just sitting there, right? So I'm not sure why the stamina goes down when you sail. It's kind of dumb actually, and it causes like dangerous situations like that. And Michi, you're asking, do nutrition levels matter? Yes. So I'm not the best person to explain this, but I'll explain what I can, and I think others here in the chat will fill in. So this nutrition bar here, the more green it is, the less quickly your hunger is going to go down. Also, the better skill gains you make when you're working on stuff. So when you're building stuff, you would optimally want this to be really, really green. It gets more and more lime colored and yellowish. The color of this bar is determined by the quality of the food that you've eaten. So obviously now that you're just starting out, you can only make crappy food, right? But so this is going to be kind of a lime color for you still probably, unless a player gives you some really high quality food. And the quality of my food to make that color, for instance, is 56.8 right now. So, and I think, if I remember correctly, if it's a really, really yellowish color and the worst like quality of food that you're eating, like, you know, under 10, I do believe it actually takes away from skill gain, that it has like a debuff effect on skill gain. If I remember correctly, maybe others here can fill in on that. Yeah, so obviously most times you would like to have, and you might be actually talking about, I wonder if you're actually talking about, no, you're talking about this one, yeah. That's nutrition, 75. And that's calories, carbs, fats, and proteins, yeah. And then these ones have their own effects, but I'm not very knowledgeable about them. I don't really pay attention to calories, carbs, fats, and proteins, although I know they have benefits. I haven't really looked into that part yet. Hello Nasiwa, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. How was your Christmas time? Yeah. So you're going to find information about that on Wurmpedia. I should look it up myself as well, Michio, for sure. But yeah, considering the fact that actually the quality of your food is going to affect how good skill gains you make, it's almost like cooking is probably one of the first things you might want to actually work on. So you would want to have good quality food. And also, Mishu, do you know about the effects of a bed yet? And let me see. And Chabni, you have already drowned once during a Xanadu lag event. Oh no. And Chabni was separated from his vessel and at 0 stamina, and it was not a good time for Chabni. Oh no. So what did you do, Chabni? Did you have to get help from somebody, or how did you get back to your boat? And you know about the beds. Okay, Michio, good. Yeah, I didn't actually know about the beds when I first started out. I had built one, but it was just like as a decoration. I don't think I bothered sleeping in it really. It was just like, every house should have a bed, right? And so, Michio, your bar is light orange color currently. Okay, so it's like really bad right now. So Chabni respawned at his deed, got into his spare rowboat and recovered his body and then his ship. It was a long process. Oh my gosh. Sounds like a real pain, Chabni. A real pain. So right now, I'm assuming, so actually what we should look for is this island right here. And that will be the point at which we should start to head east, and then we'll go back west over to Xanadu. So, do I see... Let me just get out that spyglass and see if we can see anything at all. Not seeing any islands, but maybe we're just not in the right area yet. Okay. And Madnath, you nearly cried yesterday. You thought you lost 500 meditation rugs. Oh my gosh. And Din, you spy something blue. Something blue. Something blue. Huh. I'm not seeing anything blue myself. And so how did that happen, Madnath? Something blue. Now you got me really curious, Din. And Bao, blue is water. Yeah, but I'm guessing that Din does not mean the water, though. So lava tiles ended up with 98 damage. Oh my gosh, Madnath. So did like a lava tile just spawn from nowhere? Or how did that happen? I've never had to deal with lava tiles in my entire like worm existence. So can they just like pop up out of nowhere suddenly, or? Oh, people make them. Okay. Oh, I think that's it over there, guys. Looks weird. Looks like a pyramid of some kind. Oh no, that's the moon. That's Ceres. That's a planet. Good grief. And here I thought for a moment there I thought somebody had terraformed, like made an island and terraformed it to be like this big like pyramid shaped thing. I wonder where we are right now. Let's have a look. Okay, there's the spiky island over there. Let's just have a look at this map. Spiky mountain. So that's probably that one right there. So we still have a ways to go. Yep. Let's have a look at this closer. So if you guys can see, I guess you can't really make it out. It's really dark. But there's a spiky mountain right there, and I'm assuming it's this one right here. So we just need to go a little bit more to the south, and we should soon see this kind of weird island. And at that point, we will cross over to, I think it was Pristine, the other island we're going to, or the server rather. Yeah, this is definitely that mountain, because you see this tapers down to this thin area, and there's the thin area right there. So interesting, actually. You know what? This is really crazy. This is crazy. Hold on now. This is super crazy. Because you see, there's the spiky mountain. And here's the little thin point that it tapers down to right there. So should the island not be already in view? I mean, it should be literally right in front of me right now, actually. And I'm not seeing any island. What the heck? That's really weird. And am I facing south right now? Let me just double check. I should be, yes, compass reading south. I am. But how come I cannot see this island right here? Has somebody possibly terraformed it under the water? I doubt it, though. Very, very strange. Haha, Din. Ooh, Madnath. So close to 100. My gosh. So, Madnath, with repairing at such a high skill level, how much damage do you do to the quality when you repair stuff? Like, it must be hardly anything at this point. And hello, Puddlefoot. Thank you so much. Happy New Year's to you as well. And I hope you had a good holiday time. And Elmo, is this game possible to play in third person? No, this is the only view, I'm afraid. Only this first person. And a lot of people ask that, Elmo. Lots of people ask. But unfortunately, this is the only view. You know what I wish, guys? I really wish we had a third person view. You know why? Because I like to make the Wurm videos, right? So it would be sometimes really nice to make a video where you can actually see my character doing the smithing or riding the horse or whatever for the purpose of the video. Oh, there's a sharky. I don't get it, guys. Where is the island? Or is there another sharp, like, sharp mountain in the map? Let me just look here. I'm not seeing any other sharp mountains like that. I'm so confused now. And Puddle, you have a Legends of Arya question. Okay, one little second, guys. Before I actually answer that, I'm kind of nervous about sailing like too much to the south. I mean, this area, this mountain looks like it could be this one. So there should have absolutely been an island, but I'm gonna start sailing actually now eastwards. And we will, just so that we cross over to the right. Pristine, yes, okay. Good. Yeah, so your Legends of Arya question, Puddle. In one of my videos, I'm picking cotton, but it looks like I just cursor over to pick. You use drop down harvest and it sucks. Oh, no, no, no. So the way you do it, Puddle Force, is you just double click the cotton. So in Legends of Arya, you can double click pretty much anything in the game. Anything that has like a right click and the context menu to do stuff, you can usually just double click it. And Seisai, I am using plot course. I am. So I have my course plotted right now. Oh shit. We changed over to the other server now. And thank you so much for the host, Alpha GG. So I had my the course plotted to Pristine, I think it was. Or where did we arrive to? And now we're going to actually plot the course back over to Xanadu so we can quickly get over to Xanadu in the right spot in the map. There we go. And this should save us a lot of time. So just to recap of what we're doing, for those who missed it earlier, so we departed from Xanadu. Right there, from that little island right there, we plotted our course for Exodus. So we sailed south, we crossed over to Exodus, we sailed east to this side of the server, which we just crossed over to Pristine. And then now we've plotted the course for Xanadu, and we're crossing back over westwards, and we will end up in this area over here on Xanadu. And that way we will get over to Xanadu. This is our target location today. Now I could have just sailed from my island all along the southern shore and gone up through this way, but this would have actually taken me a longer time because Xanadu is so gigantic, whereas these servers are so tiny that it's really fast to travel on them. Yeah, Puddle, no problem, no problem. And you know, Puddle, you're not the only one who has not noticed that you can just double click things. I think a lot of people actually use the context menu, not realizing you can double click. Yeah, it certainly makes things much more much easier. Din, you feel like chat should sing a sea shanty at this point. And Michio, that probably was Skyrim soundtrack. Yeah, I have. I certainly have Skyrim songs on this playlist for sure. And Madnath, it depends on the item. Each item has a hidden difficulty level for repairing. Oh, I didn't know that, Madnath. Okay. And Din, maybe I wasn't close enough to the coast for the client to draw the island. Well, you know, Din, though, what was strange is that you would have thought, I mean, if it was just the level of detail, you would have thought, like if we go back over to Exodus. So I was sailing here, we didn't see the island, but we could see this land here. So you would have thought that if it was just the LOD, the level of detail, that it would have not shown this, the mainland either. Because you would think that the land is an equivalent type of object, you know how the game has a level of detail setting for trees, animals, structures, and so forth. And I'm sure there's a setting separately then for the bits of land itself. So you would have thought that the island would have been an equivalent, like technically, to the mainland, right? That's why I thought it was so weird. Hours and hours of sailing, indeed, Nasiwa. Nasiwa also lives here on Xanadu, and Nasiwa, you live right over here in New Spring, don't you? Nasiwa lives right over somewhere in this area here. And how is life on New Spring these days? Do you see a lot of new players arrive there, Nasiwa? Oh, my sails. Good grief, I forgot. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass, this sail furling thing. Thank you, Madnath. Oh my goodness. I was wondering why I was going so slow. The usability, it's not very intuitive, this sail thing. I'm telling you. Already now we've run into some problems with that. Okay, now we should be... did I put Xanadu? I hope I did. Yes, we're on Xanadu. Excellent. Okay, we finally reached, guys, the eastern shore of Xanadu. So, now we have to just figure out whereabouts we are, because this server is gigantic. Okay, let me have a look here. So, we see that almost looks like an island over there, but not necessarily. We see a rather sharp mountain over there. Let me just zoom in. We see a pretty sharp mountain. Huh, let me see now. Thank goodness the sun is gradually coming up. There's a mega big mountain over there. I'm assuming that that is this thing right here. And then this over here could possibly be that thing over there. Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling we need to go this way now. And how come the sails are down again? What the heck? Or like furled again. That is a pain in the ass. I'm telling you, that's a pain in the ass. I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's... This sail thing is a pain in the ass, guys. It is. I'm definitely gonna have to give some feedback about that. That's just messing things up now. Yeah, I am not a fan. And Michio, yeah. Oh, hold on. It says I should be able to use the canals to cross Xanadu. Yeah, I mean, there are canals for sure in these areas. However, I still think that it would have taken a longer time to sail over here than it was to cross over those servers. Or who knows, I don't know, but that's how it felt like it would be. Now, we just need to figure out what I think possibly there's another sharp one over there. Okay, or is that the... I'm not sure now. Is that sharp one of those in the distance? There seems to be two peaks right here. Could it be those two peaks? And is that indeed an island? And if it is it this one or is it one of these? I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. Well, I think the best thing to do is... I think what we're going to have to do is take out the old community map and try and find a deed and see whether it matches up with any of the ones on the community map. We're seeing a very low point in the ground over there, which I'm assuming is that right there. Yes, I think so. So I think we're going in the right direction. I do believe we are. If we could only get a sort of confirmation on one of the islands, then I would know for sure. Well, we'll keep an eye out. Hello, Wolfmare. Nice to see you. How was your holiday time? Yeah, I have a feeling you're not going to be getting a shanty from me at least. And Michio, you're spending your time foraging for more wemp plants. Oh, yes, to make the ropes. One thick rope to finish the boat. Ah, nice, Michio. Is that all you have left for the boat? Just one thick rope? Oh my goodness. Has it been, Michio, what has it been like the experience of building a boat? I mean, I know it's a lot of work when when you have just a new character. It's a lot of work, especially the sailing boat. And do you have enough, Michio, do you actually have enough like body control, I think it was, to sail it? Let me just check here. Wurm Online. Wurmpedia sail. Let's put boats, ship. And here is the small sailing boat. Mind logic. You're going to need 20.1 mind logic to... So it wasn't body control, that's for the horses, but do you have 20.1 mind logic, Michio? Because otherwise you won't be able to sail it yet. And if that's the case, that's not the end of the world. Then you can just build yourself a rowing boat. And now with the skills that you've accumulated building the small sailing boat, it should be pretty fast actually for you to build a rowing boat. But yeah, hopefully you do. Hopefully you do. Let me just see what else have I missed here. And you had a nice break, Wolf. I'm glad to hear that. I hope it was a relaxing time. And Michio, it's been very tricky. You have enough. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Good, 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 good. Here's the thing, Michio. The thing I love about Wurm is that even in that situation, let's say you would not have had enough mind logic. The thing I love about Wurm is that things never go to waste. So let's say you've built something, you lose it, or it breaks, or let's say you make a huge mistake building something and you have to repair it, or whatever it is in Wurm that feels like a huge mistake, it's never gone to waste because it has given you skill. You've raised your skills with that thing, and then the next time you need to build something equivalent, it's going to be so much faster. So that's what I love about Wurm, is that even when you fail massively at something, you've still gained something that's going to like help you in the future. And then when you get to my level, or especially at somebody of Madnath's level, thank you for the follow, Crawfish. When you get to somebody like Madnath's level who just has like huge, amazing, crazy skills, you get this feeling of invincibility kind of in the game, that no matter what happens, it's not the end of the world. Like, I think you know what I'm talking about, right, Madnath? Thank you for the follow, Sandro Wurm. So Madnath, would you agree with that the further you play Wurm, the more you feel like, hey, it's not the end of the world, even though that and that happened. Of course, your 100 meditation mats, that might be a bit of a different situation, but yeah, so you agree with that, Madnath, that you have that feeling. And this is the thing, that when you first start out in Wurm, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. There's going to be a lot of like so-called devastating events happening to you. And if only I would have known. I mean, I was like, I'm very stubborn. So even if things start to go really badly in a game, I will still like fight through those to the bloody end. But I think there's a lot of players who would not do that, and they would just give up on the game because they don't yet understand that when they're first starting out Wurm, they don't yet realize that all those devastating little events still were beneficial for them somehow. And if they were to only get over that huge bump, they would soon realize. And Madnath, being able to dunk mobs easily is as good enough a feeling as it is. Everything else is a super nice bonus too. Exactly, Nasiwa. Some mistakes are a blessing in disguise. Absolutely. And Din. So you, oh, there's like a sea shanty. Are we supposed to be playing this sea shanty on YouTube? The only reason I'm not going to play this though, is because it's going to demonetize when I upload this to YouTube. I'm sorry. It's going to get a flag, and then I won't be able to monetize on it. So all the songs that you hear in this playlist, they don't cause the monetization flag at all, or the demonetization flag. It's like a safe playlist. So Assassin's Creed, I used to have Assassin's Creed like songs on my playlist, but some of them actually caused demonetization. That'll happen with some of most games actually will not demonetize videos because of course game companies want people to be able to stream and make player content for like videos and stuff. But then there are some games that will actually demonetize. And Assassin's Creed, I noticed, like, it has some beautiful music, but there's some songs that actually will demonetize it. And Michio, one of your biggest mistakes was letting a medium bruise fester. You ended up desperately looking for healing covers, and we were very close to dying. Oh my goodness, that's happened to me so many times, Michio, especially in the beginning when you don't quite understand how serious it is when you get really, really bad like cuts and bruises in the game. But that sounds like it must have been like super rewarding. Once you were able to scramble yourself together some healing covers and heal yourself, it must have been so rewarding to get to that point. Okay, so yes, I do think that is indeed an island. So that island would probably be... I'm not sure. Is that a mainland after all? I'm not sure. It doesn't really look... Unless... No. Is that a peninsula? I'm a little bit lost now, guys. I have to admit... I have to admit that I'm not quite sure anymore where I'm going. Thank you so much for the follow, Simulated Sill, and welcome to the stream. I'm not sure, guys, where we are. I mean, this... Unless... Gosh, I don't know. Now we are facing... I mean, we should be facing... west right now. Let's see. Yes, compass facing west. So there is a big mountain here, a big mountain here, and it almost feels like it's these two here. And maybe, oh, I think I figured it out, guys. Or I'm not sure anymore. I'm not sure. I think what we're going to have to do is... Hold on. Okay, let me just... I'm going to drag out the community map right now because we're going to need it, I think. Xanadu. And let's look at the ground, the type of ground that we see there. So I'm seeing some tundra over there, the red tundra. And... And I'm wondering if it's this right here. There's the peak of that mountain. So there's this bit, is this bit. And there's the two mountains, which I think are those. And then off to the south, we can see more mountains over there. And I see little bits of tundra. I'm so confused now where we are, guys. Unless we're... Surely we're not up here, though. No, I don't think so. I think the best bet now is to... oh, hold on. What's that over there? Is this... Maybe we are going in the right direction. I mean... Hold on. You know what, guys? It removed our... No, it's right there. So ultimately what I wanted to do is go up through here, park the boat over here, and we go by foot from that direction. And I'm wondering now... I don't know. Well, I guess what we'll do is... There's a very sharp mountain over there. And... Is it this one? There's like two sharp mountains. Okay, these two right here definitely do look... It's like that twin... Those twin-like mountains right there. So I think we're going in the right direction. I think we are. But right under them, I'm seeing some tundra. So is that... So those twin mountains are right here on the map. And is it possibly this tundra that I'm seeing to the left of them over there? Or is tundra actually the light green? Maybe tundra is light green, actually. I can't remember. It could be the light green stuff, actually. Huh. Yeah, we'll just keep on going here. I have a feeling I'm on the right track, though. I do feel we're going in the right direction. Oh, it's the light green wolf. Okay. Hello, Seren. Nice to see you. Wouldn't it be cool if two friends would have deeds on either of those mountains? Oh my gosh, Siren, wouldn't that be cute? I wonder if you could use like actually the spyglass to be able to, you know, the telescope thing to be able to see and wave to your friend to the other mountain. I have a... Maybe not. Maybe that would be a little bit too far away. No, that would absolutely be too far away, yeah. But still, it would be a cool thought for sure. And are those actually reserved, those mountain peaks? Let's have a look on the Isologic mountain version of this. The Twin Peaks. So it looks like actually both of those mountaintops are free as well. Nobody's, at least according to this map, nobody has climbed to the top of them and made a house or like a deed there. And that one's free as well, actually. So you will find on the tops of some of the mountains, you can see this one is... I'm not sure if that's it just like being too high. No, it looks like somebody has terraformed little bits there, actually. But a lot of people will go to the top of a mountain. Oh, that's a really high one over there. Oh my gosh. Imagine living on the top of that one. A lot of these mountaintops are free, actually. I'm surprised actually about how many mountaintops are free in the game. Yeah, tons of them. So here's an example of somebody who's gone to the top of a mountain and reserved it for themselves. They've got some crops going on there, some houses placed. And for instance, I have the top of this mountain here. You can see it's like terraformed. Yeah. Oh, we bumped into the ground. And Arthurld, where is our destination today? It is on Xanadu at H22 or 23. And we're, if I understand correctly, we're coming around this bend here. And we're going to go up and park the boat in this little nook. And we'll go by foot from that point on. At least I hope I'm in the right area, actually. So this, if we're looking at the map correctly, that spot right there should have... Yeah, it's right there. Okay, we're on the right track. So, for instance, we see this here. We can see that somebody's terraformed a bit of land right there. Although I'm not seeing this thing right here. I'm wondering. I do believe this would be this thing right here. Well, I guess we're just going to have to sail on and see what we find. And Michio, it was nice with the whole like the bruise thing. So many failures in making them to start with, yeah. And imagine, Michio, that things are just going to get easier and easier and easier, and more rewarding as time goes by. I mean, you're now going through the hardest phase of the game, basically. That's a quite. I'm sure they have a nice view from up there. What is that place? Kitchen. Is the place called Kitchen? I'm not sure. Oh, Ether Drifter lives on the one I showed. So, Serven, the one I showed, yeah, I'm not sure which of the ones it was, but, because we looked at so many of those mountains, but, that's cool. Yeah, Wolfmare, that's true. The map is a year old. So, for those who don't know, the Wurm Online team, they release about once a year dump maps of how the servers have changed, and all the players await that very anxiously, especially those, I guess, who have terraformed something in the recent past. And so I'm sure we're going to be coming up to another one soon. You would think so. And then we're going to see again the changes. So each year there's a map like this, so you can gradually see the changes that players have made to the game. It's really cool. And you know what somebody should do one of these days? Hello, Mr. Pryor, nice to see you. My Christmas was excellent, thank you very much. Has had good food, had good company. Not so many presents. We didn't want to burden each other with presents this year, but we had good food and played lots of video games, lots of relaxation, and I hope yours was good as well. And what was I going to say? Yeah, you know what would be really cool, actually, is if somebody made an animated GIF of each of the servers and their changes over the year. Like, I'm wondering if there's like a picture like this from once every year. You know, I mean, the game has been existing. Well, of course, Xanadu is not that old of a server. actually, but especially for something like Independence. If there's a dump map of Independence from every year, that would be amazing to see an animated GIF of the changes over the year, like a time lapse kind of thing. So, what are we aiming for now? We are aiming for if we've just come around this bend here, which I think we have, we need to, on this rounded area, that bay looks like it would be this area here. And here are some mountains. I think that's we should be facing northwest. Let me just disembark and make sure. North, okay. So we're facing north. Oh, that's because we came around this bend. Well, actually, north is good, yeah. So this little spot right here is where we're going to park our boat, and then we'll head on by foot to this area. And you know what, guys, about these trees? So, Michio, I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but I think it was about half a year ago where they introduced a new update to the graphics system, and they made it so that you can see the trees off in the far distance. Before the LOD, the level of detail, would actually block those off. But they've made this change in recent times, and they have not updated Wurm Unlimited to have that yet. And I've been talking to Retro that I think it would be a very good idea if the Wurm team made that last push, because once Wurm goes to Steam, they're not going to be making any big updates to Wurm Unlimited anymore, other than bug fixes, really. But I think as a last graphics push, they should update Wurm Unlimited one last time with having the new graphics updates that they've made, like these trees. Because the reason for that is that a lot of content creators like myself who like to make Wurm videos will actually use Wurm Unlimited as a tool to make them, because it's so much easier to just go into God mode and then create whatever you want and make a nice video out of that. So if they update Wurm Unlimited one last time to have that, then the Wurm videos that represent Wurm as a whole will be represented in the most beautiful way. I think it would be a huge mistake if they don't update Wurm Unlimited with these trees. I really do. It's short-sighted of them if they don't do that. Because it is a benefit for Wurm Online as well as Wurm Unlimited if any Wurm videos out there look the very best that they can. Michio, Wurm is going to be releasing to Steam next year. Well, in a few hours, of course, we're in 2020. But I believe it's sometimes in the summer 2020 they are going to release Wurm Online in Steam. And actually the water sounds are a little bit on the loud side. Let me just shave that down a bit. Yeah, so Wurm is going to be releasing to Steam, and the way that they're going to do it is they are going to introduce a new PvE and a new PvP server. And it's going to be, think of it this way, Michio, that now we have in Wurm, we have several different servers, of course. And think of it this way, that they're just adding on more servers to the existing system. The only difference being that those couple of new servers will be accessed through Steam only to begin with. Somebody mentioned that after a few years, they would connect the old servers to the Steam servers. Personally, I think they should do it after like half a year. So the idea with that is to allow everyone to start on square one when the servers first are introduced. So everyone's on the same line. and then only then open it up later on so the veterans don't just rush in there and take everything from the newbies, right? And I think that's absolutely a good way to go for sure. But I feel that waiting a few years is a little bit harsh. I would much prefer that they would wait for about half a year. That would still be fair, I think, to give new players a chance to get going in the game and then connect them after that, because waiting a few years is just way too long. They will really, be their own separate community apart from the old community, and I don't know, it's too long. Yeah, Seren, I don't know, like what I do know for sure is that I'm absolutely going to roll a newbie character when the Steam servers open. And I'm going to see if I can find myself a beautiful spot, make a rowboat, rush out and see if I can claim a nice place. But I'm never going to start like grinding a new character. I have all of my time, all of these years have been invested into Malena. So I couldn't imagine like starting a new character unless I start a priest of some kind. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, it's a huge thing, Mishu, indeed. It's going to be super interesting to see how that goes, and just from the, I mean, the thing about Wurm is that most people just simply do not know about the game, and then they see those initial, screenshots or videos, and it just looks so. The first impression visually is not much, right? But once you start to understand what the game is about, then you fall in love. You're like, oh my gosh, this is just the most amazing MMO ever. It really takes some time to get into it. You're off now, DeskJet. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a great New Year's, and I'll talk to you later. And Michio, Nasiwa. Michio, honestly, Wurm is such a perfect game, but the problem you would hate to say is the graphical look of the game. It will put off a lot of players, you feel, since there are some really beautiful games out there. Yeah, that's absolutely true, Michio. And my personal gripe is like I feel that the landscapes are kind of okayish. Of course, the tile system that Wurm has makes things look a little bit blocky sometimes. Like you can see the tiles there of the clay going into the rock tiles. And that's, of course, not very pretty, but what can you do, right? And you can see that there as well, this geometrical shape. And also, I think the water is okayish. And the items, the houses look okay, but the thing that visually really, really bothers me is actually the characters. I feel the characters look so clunky, they move so clunky, and that's, I think, a downfall for a lot of players. Not only the fact that you can't even see yourself in third person, you can't really get the sensation of like customizing your character, because even if you were to like make yourself some clothes, you can't even see your character. So which in a way is a blessing in disguise, seeing as your character looks so ugly. That's the main thing I think that visually is a real big downer for the game. I know a lot of people don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, and they don't like understand what I'm complaining about. But as a game artist, it's just one of those things that really bothers me, I have to say. And Seren, you're addicted to WoW Classic. You're level 760 Warlock now. My goodness, Seren. Good for you. Congratulations. I know you've really been enjoying WoW Classic. I remember we've talked about this many times, and I'm glad you've been enjoying that, because absolutely I think WoW is... Look at this, guys. We've come to this little bay. I'll continue the WoW thing in a second, but just let's have a look at this for a moment quickly and decide where we're gonna... So we've come into this little area here. Now I wonder if that tunnel will take us to this lake over here. Let's have a look. Let's just have a little look. See, that could be a canal right there. But I believe we're in this little spot here right now. And there's somebody lives up there. Cove Hold. And you know, Michio, like, even though these mountains don't look as pretty as in most other games, still the fact that you know that you can climb up that monster, like technically that you can climb up it, I think sort of compensates quite a bit, because in most other games, of course, there's going to be blocks not allowing you to climb up a mountain, right? It's either going to be like just a textured background, or else it will be oh. I wonder if this used to be open but has now like I wonder if it's okay. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? Hold on. I think I have a mining pick with me. Let me just get my stamina up first. And I can try and mine. That might be a canal. I just need to... what's my setting for... Let's see. Settings. Graphics. Cave detail. Let's put that to high. Save. And we're just going to restart the client. And the reason for that is because I want to see the updated cave to be all rough, because then we're going to be able to look through the cave wall and then see whether there is a canal inside. You'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, so now if we go over here and we look through the cave wall, through the 3D geometry. Maybe I'll have to go on my boat, hold on. Oh, that's the boat peeking through. Let's see if we can look from over here. Oh, there we go. See? I'm trying to see whether or not there's... We do see cave walls going through, so somebody has made a canal. The problem is that it's just so we're looking inside of the mountain right now, guys. So this is a tip for you, Michio, that if you've ever found like a tunnel and you're wondering what like whether there's other tunnels going inside somewhere, the way you can do that is make sure that your settings, like usually I have my cave detail, I have it on low because I like to see the cave as like just like tiles. I don't want to have this geometry, this like chunky like rocky geometry. But if you put your, and this is the default, the high I think, or else it's medium, either of those, and I always set it to low. But anyhow, I do set it to high when I want to be able to see this chunky geometry, because if these would just be like flat tiles, I would not be able to peek through the geometry like this and bump into it. You see that? But if you put it on high, you're going to be able to look through these this geometry, and I can see from here that there's actually a tunnel. There is actually a tunnel going through, like so. However, it looks like the tunnel has collapsed at several different points. Now, if this would have just been one, like you can see here that it's probably collapsed over here, it's probably collapsed somewhere over there. And I'm thinking, is it worth my while to start mining, open the tunnel? Because it takes about 50 mining actions to get through, and that's just going to take forever. Because I have a feeling that there's probably a canal right here. So we're now in this spot right here, And I'm guessing that that tunnel is probably going to take you over to this lake here. And since we need to get up over here, I was thinking that it would be, but actually, you know, gosh, now we have to, if we look at this, what would be a good plan? What would be a good plan now? Let's just look at the map again. Let's have a look at this. Our destination is... So we're right here. Our destination is over there. So it's this lake right here. What to do? What to do? I mean, I can see the roads here, that there are some roads. If we were to use the canal over here to get to this area, there would be a long road going over here and possibly a way to get... So it seems like Maple Ridge is around the area where we need to get to. Now, we're over here, so another option could be to park the boat over here, then maybe cross. There's this little road over here. Go over this road, over the lake. I think I could probably swim between these two spots right here. I'm pretty sure I could. And then take this road, go down it, go over this forest area, and then go through here. And this looks relatively flat, and then head north. Now this is the kind of adventure I want to see from these Wurm Roulette things, guys. This is it. This is so much more rewarding than the quick and easy ones we've been doing to the small servers. I think I need to make a plan. So what we'll do is, let's just chart a little. So that's the, yeah, that's the correct. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And we're going to make a little plan here in Photoshop. Hold on. It's going to take hours, but it'll be such an adventure, and I'm not going anywhere. I only woke up at around 3 o'clock this afternoon, so I'm not going to be tired for a long time. Okay, so let's draw a little plan here. Let's just make a layer quickly, and let's maybe make it red. So we're gonna park our boat. We're gonna park our boat over here. Yes. Okay. So park there, then go along this road, cross the lake, go from here up here, down this road, maybe go from here over there, and I think the rest will be easy breezy. I mean, and our destination is, let's just have an exact look on the map here. So our destination is, and we should actually look at the Wurm Roulette map, because that's the exact pointer. So it's just, so this little light part right there. There's that little light part. So I think actually Maple Ridge is pretty much close to where we need to end up. So somewhere in this area over here. Let me just make that a little bit of a better color as well. There, that's better. Good. That's our plan. Good. We'll keep this open in Photoshop and keep this in mind. So we'll go back to the boat. We're not going to start mining through that canal because who knows how many mine openings we're going to have to open there. It's just going to be very, very boring for the stream. So instead, we'll head out and go park the boat in that other spot. And man, this sail thing really is annoying, guys. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of how this works. Okay, so we're gonna go out of this little squiggly area over here and park right there. So we just need to get past this peninsula here. Okay. Chamonix, it's a trap. Let me see what you guys have been saying here. And Seren, if I didn't already say, you were saying you will never leave Wurm, still the best game and so nice community. Yes, absolutely true. By the way, Michio, have you had a lot of problems with people like offering to help you too much in the game? I'm always complaining about that. I mean, it's silly for me to complain, though. I to be honest, I should be just thankful that the Wurm community is as nice as it is. I'd much rather have people being over helpful than being assholes, like you'll often see in a lot of other MMOs. Nasiwa, oh my goodness, wall mirrors, so we could at least see ourselves. Yes, that would be so cool, wouldn't it? And Arthold, yes, you're surprised, but Wurm has the most friendly community in MMOs. You think even more friendly than, for example, Final Fantasy XIV, and people in that game are really nice and helpful. Yes, I was just reading like a thread actually about the friendliness of players, and Final Fantasy and Elder Scrolls and Lord of the Rings Online, they were all mentioned, and I was thinking to myself that when I was reading that, I was thinking to myself, man, if only those people knew how friendly people are on this game. And Michio, you're totally scouting the areas I visit for a place to settle down. Yeah, Michio, I mean, do you have the link to those community maps? Do you know how to access them? Like if you ever need the community maps, simply go to the Wurm forums, and there is a forum for each server, and usually pinned to the top of those forums there's going to be the community map link. There's one made for each of the servers, and most of them should have this ISO whatever whatchamacallit map. What was this called? ISO logic map should be available for all of the, because this is a great, I mean, looking at this map, this is a great way to really like scout for your perfect spot that you want to try and get to and make a deed on, right? Because you can see right from here like what's already been terraformed by other players and what is still completely untouched. And you know, I think it's an important tool for new players, because there was this one guy who had started to play Wurm, and he had started out in one of the more popular, like I think he started out here in Glass Hollow, and so he was just walking along, and he was complaining during his game that, man, he was walking along the seashore, and he was complaining that everything's already been taken by the players, but he didn't bother to really go into the wilderness. I mean, if you were to see this map as a new player, then you would really realize that, man, oh man, there is a lot of uncharted wild territory just out there for the taking. You just have to get past these like newbie areas that are obviously like super developed by players already, right? I mean, I can understand his reaction because all he did was walk around this area, but he would have needed to go, you know, further into the wilderness for sure. Okay, let's not go past our point here. I think we needed to go over here. So, down here. Yes, okay. So we need to go here. And I'm guessing that this square thing is this square island right here. I wonder if that's a man-made island or whether that was... well, we can see it actually from this map, whether there was an island there before. Yes, there was an island, but it was round. So a player has terraformed it to be completely square. But you can see a little bit, a few remnants of the original shape on these left and right sides right there. Arthald. Oh, I'm not gonna steal any sand from Michio. I think what Arthald is referring to is that I was explaining one time in one of my streams that I had somebody had made somebody had abandoned their deed very close to me, and I decided, that's a great place to go and get a whole bunch of dirt, and I stripped it bare. So there's actually, is that the road that we needed to go up? Or let me just check here. You can't see anything because it's black. But that's the road we need to go up. So let's just park here actually. I think this is a good spot. Or yeah. I wonder, should we go and park over here by this? Maybe we'll go park here instead. I have a feeling that from this deed, there's probably a better connection to the road. I wonder if that is the road that we need. Maybe I will park here after all. Sorry for being a bit wishy-washy, guys. Okay, let's get out our anchor. Where the heck is my anchor, guys? Is there no anchor anymore in the game? Do you just... More? Hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm not sure. Not that I... Okay. Have they removed the anchors now from the game, guys? Because I didn't see any anchor in my inventory. Let me just try this again. Raise anchor. Is it going to plonk an anchor into my inventory? Have they removed the anchors from the game? That is just not now... Oh my gosh. You raised the mooring anchor. They've removed the anchors, like the physical anchors, from your inventory. What the heck? I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. Like, sure, it makes things definitely more handy. But I always kind of liked the fact that you got an actual 3D anchor in your inventory before. And it was cool to decorate the harbors with anchors as well. I wonder if you can still make them even. Let me see from the crafting menu. Can you still make an anchor? I mean, it could be that this hasn't been updated yet, but you can still make anchors, but maybe the way they have it now is that you attach the anchor to the ship, and then it always has its anchor from that point on. I'm trying to think about how I feel about this. Is it just like a natural reaction, like a natural reaction to the change that I'm not digging, or did I actually enjoy having an anchor in my inventory? I'm not sure. I have conflicting feelings. I mean, maybe this is again something I just need to get used to. Okay, that's moored. And this is free land, isn't it? Yes. You see a part of the lands of Wurm. So let's get the creature cage out. And get the horsey out. And put the creature cage back into the ship. And this horse is already, since we're on Xanadu and this horse is already branded, I don't have to do the usual taming bit at all. I can just open up the horse, put all the horseshoes on, and this horse is going to be good to go. And then the bridle as well, and then the saddle. Good. And actually I have to take a little bit of a bathroom break. I will be right back. Hopefully no monsters. Maybe, I wonder. Let me just go actually just into the water a bit, just in case some troll comes along while I'm in the bathroom. My horse is going to be fine because it's not tamed, but and I don't see any anything that can attack me in the water or in the surrounding area, so I should be okay. But I'll be right back, guys. Let's just leave this beautiful view for you. Okie dokie, back. And you know what I just realized, guys? When I was going to the bathroom, I heard people were using the rockets outside already, New Year's rockets, or fireworks, I should say, not rockets, fireworks. So that reminded me, you know what we should do? We should put up a counter for midnight for my, of course, this is my local time, so it's only for those in my time zone, but for the New Year's. So let me just add that to the stream. And we need to make a timer for that. So let me just open up Snaz here, and we will set this to 23:59. And start. So 3.5 hours away. Okay. And then we're just gonna scale this down a bit. We don't want this huge thingamajig there in the way. Just put that right there. Good. That works. That works just fine. Good. And what next? What next? Yes, horsey. Let's just take one last drink from the water. Oh, and you know what we have to do? We also have to take some water with us as well, because I'm sure that once we start climbing those mountains, we're going to get pretty thirsty. So let's tank up on our water. Oh, creature cage. Hold on, hold on, hold on. How did it go into my inventory? No, that's the ship. Cats is just being silly, silly. Oh, and you know what else? I almost forgot. I almost forgot to take a sign with us. We're going to plant a sign once we reach our destination. A Malena was here sign. Almost forgot to do that. And, oh, you know what? We should... Let me just take... This one is like a 32 quality. It has the highest quality out of all of those. So it would be really cool if there could be no better day to actually make sure that there is the date on it, because the higher quality, this is something for you to know as well, Michio, is that the higher quality a sign, the longer like phrase you can fit, the more characters it will fit. So I can only get Malena was here in these ones, which are 29, but let's see if I rename this one to, I'm just going to put KatsPurr was here, and we're going to put 01012020. Okay, that fits. And will we get Malena in there as well? I don't think so. Oh, KatsPurr Malena was here. First of the first. Oh, we lost the 0. So let's put... Can we fit January 1st? No, that January 1st, 2020? No, we're just missing that one character. What about the quality of this thing? It needs a log. I think I have a log with me, yes. Let's just improve that sign just a smidgen before we depart. And just, then we can get that last character to fit in there. Let's do that. Let's just shut that for a moment. Improve this sign. And Michio, your neighbors have been very helpful. Oh, and Wolfmer had some good points about getting over the mountain as well. Now, I don't have a file with me. That's the next thing that's needed to improve this, but I think that little improvement alone should be enough. So let's try this again. KatsPurr / Malena was here. 01012020. Yes, now it fits. See how that's so cool. Like these little things in Wurm just make the game so cool. I don't know. It's such a cool game. Thank you so much for the follow, Zaku. Love your name. That is one crazy name you've got there. Okay, we're gonna throw that that log back in. Let's make sure we have oh yes, the water. So we'll fill our thermos with water here from the shoreline. Fill. And then we're going to need... Oh, that's the ship, of course. We don't need that. Where is that barrel? It's right there. And we're probably going to need a little bit more water than that, so let's just set the volume to 5 kilograms, fill this one, fill, and move this 5 kilograms of salty water into the barrel as well. Set this back to 1 gram in case we need to drink some booze on our way. because booze will restore our stamina if we have to do any mountain climbing. Good. And I think we are good to go. We got our horsey. We got some cotton, I think. Yes, let's put that. And that is actually already in my tool belt. Good. And why is my character... Oh, because my character is actually climbing, so... And do I have anything extra in my... Oh, shit, what was that? Again, it restarted. That's the second time now during the stream, guys. That's so weird. That doesn't usually actually happen in Wurm for me. This is very, very, like, strange behavior. Usually, actually, Wurm is probably one of the most stable games that I've ever played. Okay, so we have our sign, we have our water, food, cotton, and everything we need, I think. And nothing too extra? No. Looks all good. Looks all good to go. Excellent. And let me just, before I start off, let me just catch up with the chat quickly. And Mishio, you are currently settled on an old abandoned settlement. You often wonder what the original owners would think of your activities. And Mishio, I think I mentioned, didn't I? And look, guys, there's a black silver horse over there. I'm going to leave it over there since that's probably going to be a very nice find for a new player. Because it's very rare to see a black silver actually in the wild. Let me just show you guys. I keep on getting distracted, I'm sorry, but you see that? Usually you only see grey horses, but that's a nice horse right there for a newbie to find. Yeah, and so getting back to the conversation, so Mishio, I think I did mention to you about archaeology, right? So that you can actually, with archaeology, you can see who used to live on that spot. I think you already know about that. And Chabney, exactly. The anchor is in the boat now. And so says Seisai as well. Just not in the inventory anymore. Arthald. In Finland, they fire rockets instead of fireworks. Yeah. Cats is just being silly. And you're off, Sirvan. I guess you've already gone, but in case you're still here, have a great New Year's as well. And you're off as well, Mishio. A happy New Year's to you as well. You're gonna head off to prepare some food and enjoy the evening. Your New Year's resolution is to start streaming in earnest again, so hopefully you'll stream your newbie worm experiences. That would be lovely, Mishio. You have a great New Year's as well. I will talk to you later. Okay, we've caught up with chat, and we're now finally on foot, starting to explore the landscapes of eastern Xanadu. And you notice, guys, that it's kind of like the frame rate is a little bit weird. Let me just... FPS 40, 32. I wonder if it's because of my graphics settings, but it's a little bit annoying to look at. Aw, thank you so much, Mishio. Thank you so much. Okay, now it's smooth again. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe just Wurm is that way and I've just gotten used to it, but you sort of pay attention to the performance a little bit more when you're streaming because, of course, you're actively thinking all the time about, like, you know, how it looks for the people watching the stream, right? It's lovely how those leaves are fluttering down from the birch trees that way. Okay. And again, Wurm, let me just adjust the sound now that we don't have to listen to those waves anymore, so we can hear more of Wurm. How is Wurm so quiet, by the way? Oh, there's an anaconda. Don't want to deal with that guy at all. And do I have my... Yes, I do have my equipments I mean, my weapon's equipped. Good. And a worm still sounds a little bit on the quiet side. That's better. Hear some wind now. Okay, please don't tell me that this road stops right here. Oh, thank goodness. It was just surface mined down this rock. So there's the lake. So this lake is... Oh, we don't want that one. We want Photoshop. So we've just crossed this part right here, and we're coming down this road, and there's this lake. The one that I was thinking of whether or not to tunnel through to with the canal. But that's quite a beautiful lake. And in the far distance we can see that mountain peak, which I'm assuming is probably this one. So our next goal is to actually... I think that's where we needed to get to next. So we'll just go down the road and try and cross the... Or we can always go along the shorelines as well, if need be. And do I actually have my shadows turned on right now? I do. Good. It's looking a little bit bland. Okay, so there is that bit of land. I can absolutely swim over there. No problem whatsoever. No problem. And we'll just grab our horsey here, lead the horse into the water and cross over. And Mr. Laggy, just let me know when you're around. I still see you there in the chat list. I've got something so cool to show you. I'm assuming you're probably taking care of the family right now, but you're lurking there in the background. But do let me know if you happen to be there right now. Okay. Good. And now we have to get to this road over here. Let's just turn off that UI. Yeah, really wild lands here. Like, I wonder if anyone is living on the shores of this lake at all. It just seems very untouched. I mean, this would be a beautiful spot to live as well. And don't tell me this... Oh, I was going to say that don't tell me this road ends right here. But it, in fact, goes through a tunnel. Okay. Now, hopefully this is not just a mine, but an actual tunnel through the mountain. Oh my gosh. Those are caved in, guys. Okay, let's have a look at this again. So... we've come down through here. No, there's supposed to be a road. There's supposed to be a road going directly up there. What the heck? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm going in the complete wrong direction then. I didn't see any kind of road like that. Come on, horsey. Huh. Okay. So... Wolfmare, I saw your advice. Thank you, and a good point about changing to another map so we can see the roads. I'm trying to like part of the idea of these Wurm Roulette adventures is actually to... Oh, there the road is. There it is. Okay. It's funny that it's somehow just removed from this area. I'm not sure. Maybe over time it has deteriorated and then nature has just taken over. I think that's it. Okay, we're back on track. But yeah, part of the idea, Wolfmare, of my Wurm Roulette adventures is to try and like figure out the way to get to these destinations on my own. So I don't really like to follow the advice that people are giving on the stream. I hope you understand. Hello, Timowitch. And how was your Christmas time? So now we've found that little road. We're going up. We need to do a sharp left at some point. And there seems to be a fork in the road over here. Yes, Wolfmare, exactly. And I think this is where we turn left. And Wolfmare, you lived way up here, didn't you? That was one of our first Xanadu adventures. If I remember correctly, you live... Hold on, where was it again? Somewhere around here. Was it somewhere in this area over here, Wolfmare, where you lived? Okay, so... Oh, we go up here next. You know why I like the springtime the most in Wurm? I love it when the grass is all lush and green and fresh looking. It just feels so pretty, the game, to me at that point. And I wonder about these floating leaves, by the way. Do they only float in the summertime or like in the springtime, or do they... It's so pretty, actually. I haven't really... I wonder if that's a future of the birch trees, those floating leaves, because I don't remember seeing floating leaves on my own island, and right now I mostly have cherry trees planted because I need to gather tons and tons of cherries to transmutate the tiles. But I'm wondering if that's a quality of the birch trees, or do those leaves just fall from any of the leafy trees during the springtime? Like, is it a... Oh, it does continue. Okay, good. Or is it a quality of all the leafy trees in general? Like, regardless of what kind of tree it is? I haven't really paid attention to that before, to be honest. But it's nice. At Linden Cove, C14. Okay, let's have a look. Linden Cove, C14. C14. Yeah, so around that area. I did remember correctly then. Yeah, it's a gorgeous area, Wolfmere. Absolutely gorgeous area you live in. Okay, now we came to a tunnel. Now hopefully... Oh, this looks worrying, guys. Oh, shit. Oh, don't tell me it's collapsed, this tunnel. Let's see what the situation is. If I look into the geometry. Okay, I have to maybe get off my horse to get a precise reading. Let me see. We got a little bit of the geometry through here. Not seeing any tunnels. Let me see over here. Not seeing any tunnels over there. What about through here? Oh, hold on. Oh, this little sliver here. Yeah, I'm not sure what those lines are, those vertical lines. Cave wall. I have to wonder. So I'm guessing that we've come to around this spot over here. I mean, it looks like it would be reasonably easy to actually climb over that spot. But this has collapsed, this tunnel. So let's just have one little last peek over in this area over here. If we can. Can we see through? Just a little bit. It's hard to maneuver with the horse though, because it doesn't go like an exact. Maybe I'll just walk over the mountain in that case. So yeah, the road stops right there. Oh, that is very, very steep. That is very steep. Well, that doesn't look too bad from there. And I do have some booze with me. Hold on. Let me just go backtrack a little bit here and try and figure things out. What about... Just scope the area a bit here. Oh, that's better over there. That's much better. Yeah, let's get down there. From there we can certainly go over the mountain, I think. You don't think I'm following my line, says Wolfmere. Oh, really? I just started following a road. Yeah, this thing, I think we can go down. So, let's go into climb mode, grab our horse, and just start like, and actually I can just sort of slither down. I think I could slide down this thing. And there's some sandy area. Hold on. Let me just stop here for a moment. Figure this out. Okay, let's go back over here. So right now, hold on. No, not there. Here. No. Here we go. Okay, so we started going up this. We lost our road somehow. But I'm seeing some sand over there, and I'm seeing a lake, which could possibly... Let me see what direction I'm facing south, so that's definitely not it. So what I seem to be looking at is this sand and this lake. So that's not the right area, but since up here is the steep mountain, I'm assuming it's this thing, so we need to head down into this direction anyhow. So going down in this direction, see all that forest? Okay, there's some tundra, which is probably this right here. Okay. Yes, okay, I think I know what to do. We're just going to slide down this thing and hopefully get to a point where... And let me just drink up actually and eat up as well. Yeah, just don't die. Oh, there was. Okay, I missed it then. Yeah, and this is like perfect terrain for slithering down the mountain, isn't it? It's not too steep and it's just very pleasant to sort of slide down this thing. And I could probably go on horseback, to be quite honest. This doesn't look too bad on horseback. Now here I think we come to a point where I'm going to have to get off my horse. Unless the horse can go sideways. Yeah, that's where it stops. Okay, I'm going to have to go right into climb mode as soon as I get off. There we go. Lead the horse. And let's just try and figure this out. This looks like I can probably... Oh, I'm not even in climb mode. Even in climb mode, I can just stand here for now. Okay, we'll start dropping down, but I'm probably going to have to go into climb mode pretty soon. We'll just slither down carefully, carefully, a little bit sideways. A little bit sideways. It's going to be fine, actually. I can just run down. This is not bad at all. I thought it would be so steep that we would just be like falling down this thing. This is absolutely fine. Oh, there's probably the road I was supposed to go along, isn't it? Let's go back to this road then. That's probably it. That's probably it. Okay. Excellent. And that road leads probably to the... Oh, what do we have here? It's a bull. Let's just make sure we're going in the right direction. So we're going to have to go through some forests and be kind of blind. West, we need to head... so now we're going to go directly west. So there was that lake, yeah. So we've just come down. I think it's this point that we're at right now. And that road, it went south, and that was the one I said I'm not going to go down. I think we came down somehow along here. And now we need to just head west. So that's completely the right direction to be going. Maybe just a smidgen south. So just so it goes, so we don't have to bump into this mountain over here. And we'll make it to this smaller pond. So yeah, we're sort of on track with our... Oh, there's a gorilla. Gosh, guys, like, it's so rare to see a gorilla in this game. Let's just turn off the UI and enjoy some nice, fast, horsey running. And Timo Witch, your Christmas was a good one. You should not complain about too much food, I guess, but we'll need a few extra swimming pools. Yes, I understand completely. Yeah, we stuffed ourselves as well over Christmas, that's for sure. What was your favorite thing, Timo Witch, to eat over Christmas time? What is the thing that you look forward to every Christmas? For me, my favorite thing is, so I make these grilled chickens. Like, I make like miniature stuffed turkeys. So what I do is I don't buy a turkey at all, but instead I buy some chickens, some whole chickens, and then I treat them exactly like they would be turkeys. So I make the stuffing, I stuff them full, I sew them up, I baste them over many, many hours, and they just, oh my gosh, when they come out of the, and you know, as they're like have them on a low heat for a very long time, and then I keep on taking them out and I basting them with their own juices over the hours. And once they are ready, after many, many hours, oh my gosh, they are so good. Anyhow, the chicken combined with a little bit of stuffing and a little bit of garlic potatoes. Garlic cream potatoes. That's my favorite part of the Christmas dinner. And I also made some English trifle for the very first time. I tried making some because my dad was English. He's passed away now, but when I was a kid, my dad, being from England, he would make Christmas trifle every year for Christmas, which is basically sponge cake, pudding, raspberries, and some whipped cream, and all sorts of good stuff, and you put it in a bowl. That's what trifle is. And then you soak the cake in sherry. Now, I didn't have any sherry, so I just soaked it in some juice. It was really, really good. But I did miss that taste of the sherry, I have to admit. It's the sherry that gives it that trifle flavor, I think. So I think I will make trifle again next Christmas and buy a bottle of sherry just for that occasion. Okay, we found some step. Okay, so that must be this area over here. And there's that big mountain that we need to avoid right there. So we need to go, now we're going to go, this should be now northwest. Yes, no, northeast. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's this step. No. I need to be heading northwest. Huh. Let me see now. West. Northwest. Okay, this direction. It's a good thing that I have a compass, because otherwise I could imagine myself getting lost many, many times. Caesar, you just ate, but I'm making you hungry already. And Timowich and Wolfmare says that sounds good. Oh, it is so good. I mean, literally after the hours of the chicken being, and I always like make 2 chickens because my sons come over, and so so we have enough so that it doesn't feel like it's gonna run out too fast. And by the time the chickens have been basted and grilled in the oven for hours and hours, the meat just literally falls. Like, it's so succulent, it's so soft, and because it's been basted over the hours, it's made this crispy like skin that has sealed all the juices and the moisture inside, so it doesn't become dry like a turkey. Instead, it's like super succulent and soft, and the meat just falls. It literally falls off of the bones. It's so good. Okay, what direction am I facing now? West. Okay. So this road, I wonder. Let me just go north a bit, because I want to keep an eye on that mountain as a sort of like, because I can't see a darn thing here in this cherry forest. And Weary Bard, hello, welcome to the stream. Does my country have special Christmas traditions? Yeah, well, first thing I can say is that in Finland, the Christmas is it's on Christmas Eve. So the dinner, the presents, Santa Claus, all that stuff happens on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is just, the kids playing with their toys that they got and just eating the leftovers from the previous day's Christmas dinner. So that's at least one huge change from, say, the countries or like North America. Oh, hold on, is this the little lake? Yeah, so this is no. Oh, hold on. Where the hell am I, guys? What? where did I end up? I mean, surely I can't be here already. Am I already here? This almost feels like I've reached this spot right here. No. No. Hold on. And there... Oh, gosh. I do see a mountain. Okay, let me just check the direction. North? Could this possibly be, like, if I'm on this spot here, could that possibly be that mountain? But I'm not seeing... Okay, let me just go along this. I'm so lost now, guys. Surely I couldn't have reached this spot already. No. Or am I here? No, 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 no. Because if I was here, then, I mean, it doesn't look... This looks much smaller. And that's tundra right there, and I'm not seeing any tundra over here. So there's a couple of mountains behind me. Did I... Well, it can't be this lake, though, because we did not go south. We stayed west and went north. Unless it's this little thing over here. But this looks like a much larger lake. I mean, this is a squiggly little thing over here. I'm so lost. But that's part of the charm of this game, is being lost. I love getting lost in this game. Okay, we can... Huh. So there's a little... I don't know where we are, guys. So this lake... Huh. Hey, no, we're here already. There's that road right there. But how come... Oh, maybe you do see some terraforming, so there's supposed to be a deed, according to this, up high. Let's just double check. I'm not quite sure now. Okay, we can see something is... Has the road decayed? Let me just grab the horse and just go up there a bit and see. Huh, I cannot believe we've already reached our destination area. Yeah, I also agree that... Oh, damn. An aged fierce troll. Oh, no. Okay, let me just get higher here with the horse. So, let's see if we can manage against this troll. If not, then I will run into the water. I think I can. It looks like I'm doing okay against this troll. Maybe, maybe not. Come on, life transfer, do your work. That's more like it. And just keep on focusing, cats. Oh no, 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 oh no. Come on, cats, get into the water. Get. We're gonna have to do some healing. That was a close one. And you know, I actually have... Oh, shit. I do have a tent with me. I should have dropped that down, actually. Okay, maybe he'll run off and get distracted. Okay, there he goes. Good. But let's heal up meanwhile. Chabney, run away! And Dujan, so you guys had 3 roasted ducks. Oh, yummy, yummy. And Weary Bard, you would love to have duck, but you're the only person in your family that likes it. The only time I've ever had duck, guys, is you know, the, what is it called, Peking duck, or the Chinese way of making duck with the orange sauce. And at least that was like super delicious. It's just so expensive to buy that, and that's the only way I've ever had duck. Personally, I don't know what it's like prepared in other ways. Okay. Runaway troll, yes. Just get out of here. And I do have all of my equipment, don't I? I do? Huh. Looks like... no. No, it's all good. Okay. Okay, so... let's see if we can... behind his back, I mean... the nice thing about worm mobs is that if you're behind them, they don't actually see you. Maybe we'll just run over here a bit. Let's get on our horse. Now that we have the chance. So, okay. So it kind of ends, and then there's a... so this whole, like, edge here has been terraformed. And it does look consistent with this, doesn't it? I'm curious to see if that's been terraformed from the top, though. And then I wonder... oh, shit. Is it him again? Good grief. You nasty troll. And is this the same one? This is a different one. Venerable, fierce troll. I don't think it was a venerable one, the one before, was it? How am I doing so crap against these trolls that I usually take down pretty easily these days? Chamney. Yeah, we'll see how the life transfer works with this guy. Hopefully life transfer will seems to be healing me up quite nicely. Just gonna keep on doing the focus. Yeah, I think we're gonna be able to take this guy down. It certainly helped when I got up on my horse this time. Unfortunately, when the other guy was attacking me, I couldn't get on my horse because it was like an action that was being queued. Why isn't the focus working? What does it say here? No, not there. Oh, we got him down. Good. Any recipes? No. Okay. We'll just bury him. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to bury him. I'm going to leave him there because apparently burying the mob will free up a new slot. I believe that as long as his body is there, it's one slot like shut, and I don't want another troll to spawn here in this area, that's for sure. Okay, let's heal up again. I think there's another troll here in the area though, so... oh, there he is, right there, the aged fierce troll. Should we go take him down? We should. Okay, now that I'm on my horse, maybe I can... I mean, certainly you would think that an aged fierce troll would do less damage than a venerable troll, right? Now, we've already gotten some damage on him, so let's see if we can take him down this time. Yeah, I don't think either of these are champions, though. That's the thing. So he's just fierce. And say, Sai, some are easy, some are not. So you finding a difference in those as well. And you were right, yeah, the whole troll family is on me now. Okay, we're doing much better this time. So just being mounted on a horse just makes all the difference, doesn't it? Even though I was on higher ground before, it still didn't seem to help. So being on a horse just is so much better. And it's not even giving me the green footing advantage even now, which is weird. I guess it's only if you're on higher ground. There we go. Gotcha. Goodbye. Now, is there any... No, nothing there to loot either. Let's just do some more healing. And now, let's go and see if that truly is terraformed, the land. Like, we can see this little bit up here. I want to see if that really is. Oh, thank you so much for the cheer, Nasiwa. Very much appreciated. You can do it. And you were just trolling me, Du Jensen. Naughty. Naughty, naughty. Yeah, I find it very unbelievable that we would have actually ran all that distance. So, you know what, guys? You remember when we saw the step? And I was like, yeah, when we saw that step, and I thought it was this bit over here. It must have been this already, and we had that behind us. And that long road that we went down to go north must have been this. Oh, we actually went through the forest, didn't we? I think we went through the forest through here, and then we came to this bit, and then we went along the shorelines and came to this road. Now, let's just go up above and just confirm that we truly are in this spot. And if we are, that means that we've almost reached our destination, because our destination is just left of this lake that we're at right now. In fact, it's pretty much where this deed, okay, Maple Ridge, just look here. So just above the little, so actually right here would be the spot, because when I look at this, you see there's the little lake right there. So it'd be just above the little part. So right about here is the spot to place the sign. And I also want to see, oh yes, I was wondering to myself if this is a road or if this is just a crease in the 3D geometry, but indeed it does seem to be a road, because you can see it going along there and it just going north to Maple Ridge. I wonder if Maple Ridge is still there. We shall soon find out. Yeah. So I think we're actually... Yeah, so there's that road. We are in this area already, guys. And this road should lead us up. This is a diagonal road. I don't even have to check. I know now that we are, in fact, we have reached very close to our destination. I can't believe how fast that was to travel. Like, I thought it would take a long time to actually get from this point up to here. I can't believe how quickly we went through that, actually. So this diagonal road should stop and turn upwards, turn north at some point to Maple Ridge. And it'll be very interesting to see if this deed is still actually existing, or if it has... I mean, this place seems to have already decayed, because we didn't see any life going on there. There's a guard tower that has been started. There seems to be some kind of life around here, because this cart would have probably decayed ages ago otherwise, if this was a completely dead area. And here is that straight road leading north up to Maple Ridge. That's going to be super interesting to see. So what does it look like? It looks like that person probably has a very nice view, at least, of the lake, the mountains just behind them. And we see some lanterns over here. Thank you, Nasiwat, celebrating my troll victory. Okay, we're seeing some storage, so definitely some life going on up here. They have a mine down there. And let's just check the thingamajig. Is this still called Maple Ridge? You see a part of the lands of Wurm, so this is not deeded yet. See a part of the lands of Wurm. You see a part of the, oh, East Ele, no, hold on. A part of the lands of Wurm. Is this now? It's decaying. Maple Ridge is decaying, guys. You can see. You see how the house has started to fall apart. It's just recently started to decay, actually. See that? The wall here is just about to fall. So this place has been abandoned. Oh my gosh. Now I cannot loot these crates yet because all of the everything here, even though the walls have decayed away, I can't access these. I don't think now that it is still. Let me just try for the heck of it. Hold on. Was I able to? I am able to loot this. Interesting. I wonder why I'm able to loot this even though this is clearly inside the house. So is there anything of value here? Let's see. Sand planks. Just wood stuff there. And I'm not even going to bother unless there's some good food. I don't think there is. Just icebox. Is there anything inside the oven? Just your usual frying pan, which has 48 damage. So it's been maybe oh, there's lots of food. But, you know, food, nothing special. And the quality is like super crap as well. So these are probably a pretty new player. Is there anything inside these buckets? No. So anything inside the rafts? Nope. What about these BSBs? Let's see. It looks like a relatively newbie player because you can see from the quality that the quality is not the craziest. Lots of cotton right there. Cochineals, feathers. Nothing much, really. Those are not very valuable to me. 524 dirt. Those things, like if I had a cart with me, I would definitely grab these just because those are a pain in the butt to actually dig for. Of course, we could check and see whether or not there is a cart here that happens to be unlocked. We saw one earlier down there. I could check and see, but let's just explore this place first and see what this is all about. What about the chest? Anything in the chest? Okay, quality. Xmas Impalong brew. But those qualities are just 5, so it's not like a GM spawned item. Nothing special there, just lots of low quality stuff. So that next we'll just leave our horse here and go up the ladder to the top. See what's up at the top. A good thing that these buildings are still intact. Otherwise, well, I could have climbed, of course. So this is completely decayed. And there doesn't seem to be like any items up here, which is interesting. Oh, shit. So it's quite interesting that there's these houses up here at the top, but there is like no stuff. There's no like stuff. Oh, there's a range pole actually. I could grab that. A range pole, if I remember correctly, a range pole is kind of like a hard thing to make, if I remember correctly. And what's the quality on that one? 27. Let's just take that. And here's a whole bunch. Oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? Lots of stuff. What is this all about? Let's see. Blood. Why do I have a feeling that that blood might be actually valuable? Red dragon scale. That is valuable at least. Dark ring Serral. And I think this recipe, read recipe, unknown recipe. Okay, we need to put that. So that at least there's a new recipe. Billy Gruff stew. Billy Sheep Gruff stew. Read recipe. Add to cookbook. Rare recipe goblin liver and onion. There's like 4 of these. Let me just see whether or not I have this one. Read recipe. Add to cookbook. That was another new one. Let's just take those with us. What else do we have here? Oh, some enchanted stuff. So we have a long sword with life transfer, 75 quality. Absolutely gonna take that. That's just crappy stuff. Recipe, those are the ones that keep dropping by the... We could take those yellow potions. They hardly weigh a thing. I have tons of them, but maybe I could sell them. I don't know. Give them to newbies, basically. What else do we have here? Thing 2. There's a shovel with Wind of Ages on it. Could grab that. Maybe the high quality diamonds. Was it guys so that the low quality gems or the high quality gems are the more valuable ones? Like, I never remember. Leather adventure hat. Tool belt 30. That's not very special. Source crystals, says Saysai. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I saw source crystals here somewhere. Here, let's take those. Gems for priests. Take the supreme recipe if you don't use it. All gems have a use. Okay, let's grab all the gems then. And might as well take that flint as well. And my inventory is full, so thankfully we do have our backpack here. So let's just stick this stuff into the backpack. This is the first time actually owning a red dragon scale, guys. I don't think I've ever had one in Wurm before. So this was a good find. Just put all of those into the backpack. Let's see, what else do we have? Rubies. Opals. Not going to bother with the goblin skull because I have tons of those now and they seem to drop so easily these days. My goodness. What the heck, guys? What the heck? So interesting. Why is it just this pile of items? Like, does this happen when a chest decays? That it just leaves a pile of items? I always assumed that if a chest decays, it takes everything with it. But does it actually drop the items on the ground then? What else do we have up here? So yeah, I found this quite interesting that the house has decayed, but there's not any items inside of it. That's so weird to me. And Chabney, woo! I know you love looting the abandoned deeds as well. Looting protocols activated. Oh, and Wolfmare, the deed fell back in July. So Wolfmare, just out of curiosity, you seem to know a lot about this area. How do you know about this area so much? Do you do a lot of like exploring in this area, or? And do Jensen, yeah, it seems like we found a little bit of something at least. Oh, this is the place I was already exploring. Oh, don't forget your horsey, cats. Don't forget the horse. So we already went through all that stuff, and that's a small cart, so a horse is not going to be able to drag that one. But let's go check that cart that was... Oh, hold on. We haven't investigated this area yet. Ah, of course, Wolfmare. The Twitter thing where it shows like okay, so it... and so for those who don't know about Wurm, whenever a deed is founded or else it has fallen, the Wurm... the Wurm has this system where it makes a tweet. It not only puts a notification in the actual game, but it also sends out a tweet about that. And this website, Nyara.com, I guess, is connected to that system somehow. So just some dirt. There's quite a bit of dirt, really. Let's see what we have in here. Nothing special there. More dirt. More dirt. Lots of dirt. Like, man, I would really like to have a cart right now and just gather that dirt, actually, just for... And the sand as well, just for terraforming and for making, like, mortar. Lots of dirt. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Huh. Okay, what do we have down in the cave here? Let me just get on my horse. What's the quality of this anvil? 19. Venerable Fierce Troll. Well, Mr. Troll, I've already taken down your brother and your nephew, so you're gonna go next. And Chabney, you're saying that it looks like a person just vanished and all their stuff was left behind. Yeah, it's creepy when you find this, isn't it? Like, you have to wonder how somebody would just up and leave or up and disappear. Hello, Blue Cortina, out of my swamp. How was your Christmas time, Cortina? Oh man, this guy. Please, please, life transfer. Do your magic. This is looking a little bit dangerous right now. And I should have dropped that. You know what, guys? I'm gonna actually just run out of here quickly, and just drop that. That since I do have a tent, I should probably drop it, right? Just to be on the safe side there. I never forget. I mean, I never remember to do that actually, and we should heal up as well. And for some reason that troll didn't follow me out of the cave. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Chabney, this could go horribly wrong. And you had a sweet Christmas time, and mine was good as well. I'm glad to hear yours was a nice Christmas cortina, blue cortina. So for those who have just joined the stream in the last half hour or so, what we've been up to is we did our usual Tuesday Wurm Roulette where we choose a random location, and when I pressed this button, it ended up, the marker ended up right here. So this is the spot we've actually, so what we did is we sailed up through here, left our boat right there and traversed the land, and we reached this area. And looking over here, I was looking forward to this, that, hey, there's Maple Ridge. I wonder what it looks like. And it ends up that it's actually decayed. It's an abandoned deed. So what we've been doing right now is just looting anything that's worth looting. And I would really like to take that dirt with me, actually, the dirt and the sand. The problem is I don't have a cart. I do have one on my boat, but I'm not sure if it's worth going to get the cart from the boat, just because there's only so much I could bring with me, right? So I don't think I'm gonna really bother, to be honest. Well, we will check. There is one large cart just outside, but let's just get rid of this nasty old troll first, just so he doesn't bother us. And then I will see whether that cart outside is actually... But even with one cart, I mean, there's only so much you can take with one cart, so it doesn't really seem like it's worth the trouble, to be honest. But yeah, for anyone who wants hundreds and hundreds of dirt and sand, and feels like they want to come to this spot, there is a whole bunch just for the taking, lots of food as well, but it's low quality food. A little bit of wood as well, but low quality. It's been a pretty newbie-ish player who's been living here, I think. Yeah, and I see what exactly a wagon would be much more worth. Like if there was a wagon outside, or if I had a wagon actually in my ship, maybe then I would have bothered, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, I should check the inventory actually. But at least, hey, oh shit, at least we got dragon scale, we got some enchanted items, we got some blood, we got some new recipes that I didn't have yet. So it looks like it was worth coming all the way over here, isn't it? And let's see, let's just check what's in here. Ooh, oh, they're just so low quality. And maybe what I can take with me, the gold lumps maybe, but that's hardly, I mean, they're so low quality. It's just that I only have one gold vein on my island, and gold is pretty hard to find, so it hardly weighs anything at all, so I'll just take that with me. The rest of those, nothing special. What do we have over here? Stone shards, stone ricks, nothing special. And did I check the forge yet? What do we have over here actually? No, it's all just caved in. So the person didn't even put any like the supports, mine supports at all. Horseshoe, yeah, I think I already looked at that. Okay, so now we'll check that cart that we saw at the bottom and see whether or not... there's my tent. There's a cart down here. Don't forget your tent, cats. We'll just check this. Well, actually, let's just take the tent with me. Just so I don't forget it. And we will just check that cart at the bottom there and see whether or not it's unlocked. It most likely is locked though. And Arthald, we haven't quite reached our goal yet, so we're in the area though. We are in the area. Okay, that is locked. Okay, so basically we need, you see that little lake, how there's this little sharp spot, so it'd be just above that. And we're here right now, so basically what I need to do is just walk. Maybe on this peak right here would be a good spot to plant the sign. So I have a sign with me. So what we're going to do is go directly east from Maple Ridge. So let's go back up here and head directly east from there. And then we'll plant the sign there somewhere. Do I need any more healing? I do actually need some healing. No, you haven't missed it, Arthald. Of course, probably the most exciting part of this whole journey was the journey itself, but and trying to find this place. But yeah, we will plant a little sign saying KatsPurr was here, 1st of the 1st, 2020, and of course it is. It's still almost 2 hours. We can see the timer on the screen there. It's 2 hours, 18 minutes until it's like New Year's, until it's actually the 1st of the 1st. But I will still have that. I think that date is a little bit more fun to leave there rather than the 31st of December. So what's a couple of hours, right? What's a couple of hours? And so let's grab the horse here and just start heading up this little cliff here. Yes, indeed, Arthald. Exploration is the best part, indeed. And if there's anyone here watching the stream who is not a Wurm player or doesn't know very much about Wurm and would like to, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, because if there's anything I enjoy doing, it is explaining and talking about Wurm. And is that another gorilla? Mature mountain gorilla. Yeah, you don't often see gorillas in the game. Do not see those very often. So there was this little mountain peak over here that way. Oh, and there's a troll. Venerable troll. Okay, we need to get on higher ground than the troll, so let's just go over this way a bit. Get up on elevated land, so we have a combat bonus. And there he comes. And I'm out of stamina actually right now. Gotta get my stamina up, that's the first priority. Good. Just in time. Before he took his first swing. Okay. That's the troll mom. It could be. And there should be female. They all look like male trolls to me. There should be female trolls, shouldn't there, guys? I mean, how do these guys breed with just like the males only? And we seem to be doing really well. Of course, this one is not one of those fierce ones. It's just like a normal troll. Doesn't have any special title. So we're doing easy peasy against this guy. Why isn't it doing the attack high anymore? I wonder whether it was because I turned around or like changed my view momentarily. And I'm not doing any focus for some reason, even though I am pressing my focus button. You're too busy. You're too busy. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm pressing my focus all the time. It just keeps saying you're too busy. Interesting. Okay, now, nothing there either. Good. So, yes, I think I decided that I would go to this little peak over here to plant the sign, but anywhere really here would be perfect. I'm not quite sure if this over here is actually... No, I think that's the one. That's the right peak, isn't it? Because we haven't found the road yet. So let's go up to the top of this one and plant our sign there. Chapney. Oh, Wolfmar, there are female trolls. Are there really in the game? I haven't seen any female trolls. Are there really? What the heck? And there's another one of these black silvers. But of course it has no, this has little like use for me, this horse. So I'll just leave it there. For somebody to find, since I already breed that color, of course, that are 5 speeds, so that horse has no use for me. And I think actually, a perfect location for this sign would be somewhere right here. Maybe right here would be a nice little spot. So you can sort of see it if you come from below, and you can also see it in this. There's a little bit of a clearing right here, so I will leave it right here. Now, where is that sign? There. Nasiwa. You see all kinds of trolls in global chat, male and female. Oh my gosh. There we go. KatsPurr, Malena was here, 1st of the 1st, 2020. And we'll just conveniently ignore the fact that it's actually 2 more hours until it's that date, but I think that looks much fancier. And it's going to decay away after a while anyhow, isn't it? So it's not like anyone is ever going to see this sign. It's not going to happen. Okay, guys, I think I will, I think this is the time to wrap up the stream. So I think I'll wrap it up here, and I'll thank you all so much for, and on the forums as well, Du Jensen says, absolutely. I will thank you all for, Blue Cortina, thank you all for joining me here on my little adventure today. I hope you all have an awesome New Year's, and I hope we all have a great year ahead of us. And if anyone has had a rough year during 2019, I'm hoping you will have a better year ahead of you. And you know, that's what life is like. You have your ups and your downs, but times change, and you never know what's right behind the corner. So yeah, guys, have a good night, have a good New Year's, and I will talk to you all very, very soon.